Alliance made haste to prepare for the onslaught.
Okay, guys. It's time. It's time for the world's most heroic potato to resume his adventures. Being stoned? No. I was eating food. What good would I be to Twitch if I were super stoned right now? I was eating food and talking with Stephanie, and then I unpacked my brand new family-sized bottle of fish oil, so that's exciting. I am in Crystal Place. Yes, new things. There's so many new things. Oh, Christ, it's so expensive. Damn it. They keep, the store keeps bouncing you between the first and the source, which costs like 1,000 gil. Either way. DD or heal. I don't know what DD stands for. Direct damage? I'm a healer. Hey, Hannah Rose. I saw your message. Hopefully I got in before your next class. How many channel points for you to take a fish oil pill? I already took 2! I do like that stuff, though. It is fun to kind of, like, add that dumb interactivity. This isn't WoW? I mean, it's basically WoW. It's WoW, but better. Also, look at my cool anime boy. There he is. Yeah, strike a pose, my man. Healer is cool. Let's play the healer well. Yeah, I really like healing. I especially like healing in Final Fantasy XIV. The healing mechanics in this game are awesome, and they're very, very difficult. It's such a fun exchange between like healing DPS and then I've rambled about this before, but the way that they split healing, but like you have instant heals, you have cast heals, you have AoE heals, you have heal over times. Like you have so many tools, and that's we got some anime shit going on right here. Hold on a second. Whoop, wrong button. Hello. And that is a bouncing sack. Oh, no, it's a pangolin? What? Okay. Well. And then there's this guy. God. Every time I come into this game, I see something that feels unique. There's a lady on a giant armored horse. There's a fat chocobo. Good for you. Oh, they look like they just got married. I don't even know if they're together, but there's a pig and wearing jammies. It's got a little bow on its tail. Ugh. There's so many like minions and shit in this game. Oh, hello. What do we got over here? Oh. Oh dear. Alright then. Oh yeah, somebody's got the cloud motorcycle. I think it actually plays Crazy Motorcycle from Final Fantasy VII when you're on it too. Jesus. Didn't know the Monster Hunter Pig World was from Final Fantasy. I think it's the other way around. I think that might be the pig from Monster Hunter World, but they had a, they had a Monster Hunter event in 14 that I haven't actually done yet. But yes, first, story quests. For the uninitiated, here's where we are in the story. How to cliff notes this. The Shadowbringers campaign dropped a particularly interesting lore bomb, which is that the world of Final Fantasy XIV is divided into different dimensions, like shards of reality. Not necessarily a new idea for like Final Fantasy, but for 14 it was kind of a big drop. All of Shadowbringers takes place in another shard of reality than the one that has been in the game basically since it relaunched, or basically since 1.0. The problem is, transferring between dimensions is fraught with a ton of logistical issues. The main one now being that most of the main cast, the party members, are stuck in the other dimension with no real way to get home. So a lot of the post 5.0 content has been about figuring out the way to get them back, which is weird because to a lot of degrees... Oh, you're in the new trial? I can't wait to get there. It's weird because it's Magic, right? They make it up as they go along. This is a fantasy game, so it's WoW Shadowlands basically, except it's already out. Yay. Sort of. Shadowlands is more like afterlife stuff, right? There are similarities for sure. It's weird to me that, like, as much as this game does seem to make it up as it goes along, it all kind of makes sense and is internally consistent, which I really appreciate. Have you ever done a dance-based live stream with a DDR mat? Be cool but tiring. I haven't, no. That's a good idea, Ninja Mad Max. I've mostly done just like Ring Fit Adventure, which I need to do more of. I don't know why I kind of stepped back from that. I think it's just because I've been lifting weights more, which I have not been streaming. The interesting thing too is like a lot of the... Forgot about your goddamn name. Yeah, it's a very classy thing. I've been playing as that character since 2.0, so like I guess 6 years now. I'm trying to remember what the first character I did was. It was something similar. It was just a mashup of like 2 different Final Fantasy names. I'd love to play with you a new concept, but my sub expired last week. Ooh, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. It is tough to I mean, it's tough to carry a sub on a game. I get it. It's 2020, man. Nobody does that anymore. But this game earns it. Their patches are huge, and they just dropped a new one. So the interesting thing about the main story quest in this game too is you will bounce between doing like a galactic level important shit, and then just like more mundane things that you think a game wouldn't care about. So, like, for an example, there was this opulent city-state that was basically run by this corrupt ruler or whatever, who was basically running a cult. You go in there and you kick him out, and then it's like, there's a whole story after that of them figuring out a government structure and how to operate society now that they have to basically, like, be reintroduced into the world. Those are like, there's like weird little things. As much as this game is like a series of a wizard did it, they will also take a bizarre amount of effort to address the realities of what this world goes through and the people in it. I don't know. It's really interesting. It does seem like there's a bit of a swerve too, because this dude just rolled in and is like, "Hey, I've got a new plot." That happens sometimes. Sounds like anime fillers a little bit, but since you're playing it instead of just watching it, it's not that bad. But you're right, Elite Need. It is a lot of like there are entire side plots that don't matter to the plot, but they do a pretty good job with the characters and the writing to make it interesting. Need a book version of this game? Oof. If you wanted to, there's got to be like lore catch-up guides, I'm sure. We've done the Great Serpent of Ronka quest, though. Good question. Let me. Oh my God! What is that? Is that like? Is that barding? Oh, you can search. Holy shit! Bonk. I guess not. Title only? Yeah. Do you? Wait. Current. Oh. Wait. Hold on. Oh, that was Titania barding? Gotcha. Oh, goodness. I guess there's a lot of serpents around. What's the, whacking day? God bless. Whack slow, then fast. If you remember the exact name of the quest, then I can probably try to find it, but it doesn't ring a bell. There's a lot in this game I haven't done, I'll say that much. New music? Oh, no, wait, that's just the day theme. Never mind. Wait, hold on. Let me get a new minion out here. What we got? Oh, okay. Who in this world doesn't like black chicks? Am I right? Don't clip that. Speak with Maxima? Garabania. Don't mind if I do. Wait, there's a Kappa in color? Making me burn all this money flying around, chasing your goddamn story quests. It's so weird to see all these players stacked up in front of, I am never this, like, on top of it when it comes to story content in this game. Look at all these people! All watching cutscenes. Now I guess I know what I'm in for. What the hell was that giant thing? It was like a huge thing rolling into frame just as it faded away. Hey, what's up, Halo Dudette? Good to see you. Ready for some anime? Well, sit back, relax. Oh, hey, it's Xenos. Beat his ass one expansion ago?
They're here, Commander.
What's the, is it alt? Yes. Alright, now we're gonna enter maximum anime mode. Auto text advance.
I'm grateful that they are. Told you've been busy since our paths last crossed at the Gimlet Dark.
Yeah, I played the Automata Raid 1. They added a new one, right?
When the science spoke of other worlds, I'd struggled to describe what I pictured. Mayhap things would seem clearer were I to hear the tale from your own lips. But I'm afraid the situation will not afford us that luxury. I trust you two require no introduction.
Yeah,
We meet again, hero of Eorzea.
Given that this is a big anime, villains are now becoming good guys.
Must we repeat this ridiculous display? I pose no threat to you, though what I come to warn you of very well might.
Is this completely voiced? No. There is way too much dialogue for it to all be voiced. Most of the main story stuff is voiced, but...
And brought more than 2 companions.
Definitely not all of it.
We need not pretend to be the best of friends, but I hope we can put aside our differences for the present.
See a romance option? Other players... you can marry other players, but sadly you can't romance any NPCs in this game. That would be some lore-shattering business.
Sir Estinian and I cooperated to rid the world of Black Rose in your absence.
This room noise.
Our journey together took us as far as the Imperial Palace, where we witnessed Emperor Varus meet his death at Xenos' hand. Being the sole witnesses to this crime, and in no position to defend our innocence, we were then forced to flee, each pursuing his own avenue of escape.
How much Tsunami did you watch growing up?
When we were later
not much, actually. I didn't have cable growing
an unfamiliar kind of machina during his flight. But to me, his description seemed anything but. And upon further investigation, I found that I was right.
Oh yeah, they match your character's eye line. Yeah, all the... There are some choice moments of amazing dynamic camera work.
Developing a new Ultima weapon.
Whoa! That's a Final Fantasy thing.
What, that Allagan monstrosity, created to vanquish primals, with which you yourself...
There are times where there will be like a perspective camera from your hero's perspective looking up at something.
The same.
Like a giant dragon or something, and you're just like a tiny little potato.
Became the Ascian's pawn in so doing.
I have never once regretted rolling a tiny little potato man
but you know as
in
well
this
as
stupid
I how
game.
that tale ended. The weapon itself, excavated from beneath this very city, was destroyed ere we could fully unravel its secrets, and that should have been the end of it. But unlikely as it sounds, the Empire's efforts to recreate it have somehow borne fruit, primarily through secret research conducted by the 7th Imperial Legion, it would seem.
You never noticed your soul patch? Hell yeah!
The 7th was all but annihilated at Cartano, along with its legatus.
I have a little bit of Guy Fieri in me.
Indeed. Few survived. The 7th, as it is now, has little in common with the Legion led by Vandanis, and its leadership has changed hands several times since. Precisely how this project has continued despite such turmoil, and under whose auspices, remains a mystery.
Final Fantasy VII references? Yeah.
What we do know, however...
There's references to everything. I mean, Ruby Weapon is 100% in this patch.
Is on its way to Eorzea.
That's what he's talking about, I'm pretty sure. Ugh. Just rubbed a weird spot off my chair. Nah.
We attempted to stop it, but it was all we could do.
I didn't expect it to come off.
So we resolved instead to bring you
a
warning.
drip of something.
And right glad are we that you did.
Hey, what's up, Turbin?
though it's soundly dashed our
I'm not playing a Rockstar game. What are you doing here? Welcome. And good to see you.
As it is, we've begun to strengthen our presence in the Gimlet Dark, and are assembling a force to meet the coming threat.
GTA Online still sucks ass. Hey, you take that back.
God, I hope.
GTA Online is fantastic.
Before you say anything, I know full well you have pressing concerns of your own. Your comrades remain in peril, and I would not ask you to forsake them.
Funhouse captured no
fact
GTA
remains
gameplay, just their face
that you
cams. When I
and
mentioned
you
I was
alone
streaming, they sent
have
20
faced
people
the
over to
ultimate
here.
weapon, and
Not
emerged
before mocking me, of
victorious.
course.
We need you.
Are you trying to? Were they trying to record GTA today and
So,
something messed
when
up?
the time comes, if your comrades can spare you, I bid you lend us your strength. I've assigned an officer to await your word.
It is rare that they're like, okay, so I know you're saving the world and all.
The Ascians down.
We know you're busy.
must be the
Also, this is a big deal.
remaining days. But it was my hand that kindled these flames, and I cannot allow them to spread any further. I will do what I must to see this mistake consigned to history once and for all. Even if it means begging your aid. The Fates will enjoy the irony, even as I endure the ignominy.
Is this the original 15 content story characters? You may have hit the wrong number. It's 14, and yes, they are all unique to 14.
Skills, meager though they seem in some.
To a point. There are crossover events that happen.
Anon.
It gets kind of confusing. There was a Final Fantasy XII crossover where they had Ramza in the game, but it wasn't Ramza from Tactics. It was just another character named Ramza. So I don't.
Friend's plight grows ever more precarious.
It gets a little
None
loose.
save you can join them in the first. I only hope you are not forced to make a choice.
But this game is self-contained for the most part. It goes pretty buck wild with references and nods to other games. But it's the sort of thing where, like, if you played Final Fantasy your whole life, then you're like, oh, I know that reference. But if you don't, it's not like that man's on an orb. It's not like they're so grating, or that you feel like you're missing out on something, if that makes any sense. What? What? Person has a Goku cloud? Flying Nimbus? That person's on a dandelion puffball? Ah! There's a big sparkling flaming bird. I don't have any of this shit. Look at there's a rabbit here. Motorcycle. God. There's so much cool shit in this game. Yeah. I want that giant neon cactus man. A giant, what, Sabatender? Didn't really look like exactly like a cactar. Christ. Yeah, potatoes are kind of hard to see in the crowd, aren't we? It's from Golden Saucer. It really seems like it, yeah. Man. Oh! This little boy. I think they're turning this guy into the mount. Is that what you were talking about? The Great Serpent quest? I think you can ride on these guys now. I remember seeing a picture of that. I need that. I need it. I need it a lot. I need it a whole lot. Oh! There's a tiny cute little panda. Look how cute he is. Oh, there's a little panda. Oh! Look at this. There's a little magic frog. Hello, I am a wizard frog. It is not uncommon for frogs to have magical ability. Please stop staring at me. Fucking Christ. I'm getting worked up here. What is this all about? Oh, Ruby Doomsday? Fucking puns, man. Oh, are they just shoving me right at Ruby Weapon? I don't know that. Wait, what's my item level? 440? I don't know if that's high enough to do all the new content. Guess we'll find out. Okay, so the... Go kill Ruby Weapon unless you's a bitch. You can buy higher level of gear right now in Yulmore? Okay, I'll go check that out. You're buying this game now? Screw the subscription price. Yeah, the best selling... Oh, tiny dog. The best selling point for this game seems to be just going to a crowded area and showing all the wacky shit people have. Man. Oh, wait, no. Wrong. Absolutely. Boy, do I not care about this quest at all. Damn it! No! Level 69. Nice. I know it's pretty standard now, but I do appreciate that this game puts... Oh yeah, I got a fat chocobo mount. It's not a minion, but it'll do. This game at least marks the quests that will unlock new content. The ones that have that giant plus next to them. Some nice crafter. Maybe there's a nice crafter watching your stream, he can make you some 480. I don't know that I would want that. If that makes any sense. I feel like skipping the level curve, I don't know, it feels dirty for some reason. I guess that's the streamer boost. Oh, the 7th Legion. Okay, I guess that's why they're... I wonder, is it gonna be Ruby Weapon from... Wait, was Ruby Weapon in any other Final Fantasy? I don't think so. I could be wrong. Hey, Tribe Flugel? Thanks for the resub. So glad you're doing well at your funhouse. Man, me too. It's while I miss all my friends there, it is great to just kind of like get up, cook some egg whites, work out, do some emails, play video games. It's awesome. You can still get the original story if you play from the beginning, or has it all changed? No, it is all exactly the way it was. They are... people in chat have mentioned that they are going to go back and retool some of the 2.0 content, because it's over 5 years old at this point, and it's pretty grindy. But, yeah, it's all still there. You can roll a new character and play all the way through Realm Reborn to Heaven's Word, Stormbringers, Shadowbringers, Stormblood, Shadowbringers, there we go. I'm not the one to back down from a fight. I gotta come up with a voice for my potato man. He sounds cool, though. He sounds cool. He doesn't sound small, he sounds big. He may be small in stature, but he's big in heroism, and his voice should match that. Yeah, he has a deep-ass voice. Like Krillin? I mean, Krillin's kind of a potato boy himself, isn't he? When Realm Reborn came out, I haven't played it since then, wondering if it's worth it now. I mean, the content only gets better. I've heard some people struggle getting through Realm Reborn content nowadays. I loved it back in the day, but I was also completely in the mood for a really grindy RPG. Like Barry White Deep. Well, he is a sex god. That much is... Oh! We got some cutscenes. Sorry guys, I'm clearing my throat a lot. Happens every time I eat. It's very weird. These are things I'd never know, because I don't talk this much. Oh, okay. Yeah. That sure is fucking Ruby direct from Final Fantasy VII. A little HD-ified, but yeah. Damn. Wait, people pilot it? Ruby Weapon is a mecha now? It's got an anime mecha takeoff sequence and everything? Yeah, it's shockingly small. Ruby Weapon was like 100 feet tall. It was like a Godzilla monster, right? Moe Struggles, thank you so much for the resub. And here comes the item cap that I'm pretty sure they won't let me do this. Ow! 455, okay. Well here, let me go to Yulmore. Can you buy 450 items? Let me I guess not. But we'll see. You don't get to play content. I would be more bitter, but it actually does feed into a pretty good ecosystem. They make you or incentivize you to replay old content because other players need people to fill in those. Oh, you can buy 470? Where? I don't know that I have a whole lot of tomestones saved up. Let me see. I got tons of poetics. Sick. Wait, where did all my tomestones go? Oh, Phantasmagoria. Get back on the grind line. Let's see here. Phantasmagoria, magic. That's 460. No. 30. Yeah, of course that's 825. What about boots? Can't afford boots. I can afford a belt. Leather belt? I mean, that's 440. I'll have to queue a couple times, I think. You have to upgrade them with more tomestones? Yeah. Okay. Did play this originally on PS4. I think I'll try PC this time. Hello there. Hello. That's a cute dress you've got. This game is extremely playable on console, except for some of the... That's a bear. Or a little pig man. Except for some of the higher level dungeons. I can't imagine trying to get to all your skills at the speed you need to, going through like controller presets and stuff. Yeah, Omega, it's actually not so bad playing on console, that is. I typically do all of my like like just general questing on console, or rather, this gets complicated. I stream my PC to the living room through an NVIDIA Shield TV, and then play on a controller with that. So, I know a lot of people that do Savage rating on console. That's really impressive. I could see like getting there, of just like knowing the muscle memory of which bars to switch to and when, but I feel like there are so many abilities that I have to use as a healer, and like. Really just switching back and forth between healing and DPS feels like it would take a lot. Like, it would just... The lag there would mess me up. Or needing a panic heal when I'm on the wrong hotbar or something like that. Could produce a film for any video game with a limitless budget. What would you pick? I would want Tartakovsky. No, wait, what's his name? The guy who did like Clone Wars and Samurai Jack. I would want him to do like a 70-minute Metroid feature. I think that would be sick. Something with like almost no dialogue, where it's just pure like exploration, environmental storytelling. Yeah, Gennady Tartakovsky, thank you. Tartakovsky, excuse me. I got there eventually. Tartakovsky, yeah, there's some different syllable counts there, but something where it's just like maybe dialogue in the first 30 seconds of like a briefing, Samus, go do this thing. And then the entire film is maybe her just like, the only thing you hear are like her breathing and maybe some grunts, reactions. That's also what you would get if you resurrected Tartakovsky and have him make it, yeah. That's such the vibe of the games. Something like, something similar in tone and pacing to something like Mushishi, maybe without being necessarily as ominous, but flavors of that, where it is just, you know, like, it's all visual storytelling. You know, you have highs and lows of, like, encountering various monsters, and then you have cool combat. I think,
now that we are all here,
cool animation of combat and stuff like that.
From the source.
I really want to see, what is it, Daddy of Light? They did make an entire series about Final Fantasy XIV, but it was, my understanding is it's more of kind of like a Lego movie sort of tick,
Count ourselves lucky.
where the game is in it, but it's more about a narrative of a son and a father learning to
While
connect
this is indeed a
by
worrying
playing the game.
development,
I need to watch that.
I think the state of the Empire as a whole greater grounds for concern. With the Emperor slain and Xenos returned, it is impossible to predict how matters will unfold in Garlemald. The Ultima weapon may be but the first of many unpleasant surprises.
The situation beareth closer observation, of that there is no doubt, and doth compound our need to return unto the source.
Man, Urianger always talks like a fucking nerd. You need to chill out, dude.
Then let us address that issue. Our long search for a means to see you safely home may well be...
What's the name of the race you play? Lalafell. Yeah, A Realm Reborn is reading.
part to Urianger and Becklug's invaluable insight.
As the expansions have gone forward, a lot more VO has been put into the expansions. It has kept a pretty good march of constantly stepping up production values.
We set out to create a crystalline container retaining the...
They've been doing cooler stuff with cutscenes too. A lot of really awesome cinematography, some really fun to watch and impressive action sequences.
After a good deal of trial and error, we made
What happened to his face? He's like half crystal.
an arc for soul and mind both that will allow your incorporeal...
Yeah, Boba Fett. Urianger is hard to read because he's all verily these and thous and shit like that.
Spirit vessel, if you will.
What class would you suggest people who haven't played in a long time or try to avoid?
However,
I have only ever played White Mage, so I'm not necessarily the best
Though the vessel is possessed
tour guide
of requisite
for
qualities
14.
to hold mind and memory, it wanteth yet for a means to receive of them. For that, we must needs imbue it with the Exarch's innate gift.
See, they're going so deep into like the mechanics of how to pull somebody's
The blood of the Allegan Emperors.
spirit out of their body and cram it into a crystal
Or any
so that you can transport it back to another dimension. They're going so hard into like the
blood
mechanics of it for reasons that are just
sorts.
unknown.
In its absence, memory cannot pass from mind unto mind, nor from flesh unto crystal.
I guess they get a lot of plot mileage out of that because they can just sort of
We
make
must
up whatever they
either alter
need
the
to.
process of inheritance so as to require no such thing, or determine a means by which my blood may permeate the vessel. I am
That's Final
hopeful
Fantasy.
the records
Sometimes
found
they
within
talk
its
to
power
talk.
Will
Yeah.
yield the knowledge we require to pursue one or the other of these avenues.
It's all lore, baby.
For
Oh,
as
a medicated
it
unicorn?
should be,
Doing pretty
the
good.
Allegan's body of ethereological research.
Batkev, thank you for the resub.
extraordinary. I can scarce believe it the work of ages past.
Square Enix have a
But
trademark on
its
crystals. They may as
underlying
well.
principles are not so very different
It's,
from those of my own field of study.
Crystals are
Given time,
a very
you'll find
core idea to the Final Fantasy series. Crystals, chocobos, moogles, summons, Biggs and Wedge,
can ill afford to wait.
Cid,
It pains me that I must ask you to do so. I can only reaffirm my
Gil. Yeah, thank you.
solution will be
I guess the names of spells. There's like very bizarre things that I guess some weird infusion of technology and magic.
safely home.
It's always a weird hybrid of science fiction and fantasy. It's somewhere on that slider. Some of them are pretty fantasy, some of them are pretty sci-fi. Sue2206. Thank you so much for the Prime sub. Yeah! Let's get some Vieira up in here.
to tell us that mortal peril fast approaches.
Bunny girls.
No. I had hoped to speak with the Warrior of Darkness.
It's interesting to me that they tried to keep
There is no need to cut short your meeting on my account.
the Vieira's accent
Waiting
consistent.
outside.
There is a Biggs and Wedge in 14, yes.
Why not speak in here? She knows I don't mind. Unless she didn't want to.
Uh-oh.
Perhaps I might accompany you. Though I am woefully ill-qualified to assist in the Exarch's research, I may yet be of some use to Lena.
Oh, twins? Usually there are magical twins. Actually, I guess that's only been in a few different Final Fantasies. I don't really need... It's interesting that they give you... Why would they give you, well... Maybe this is not... Skill... Wait. So there's skill speed, which is not useful for me, and then there's spell speed, which I think is important. Yeah, the Suicide Arc in 6 was kind of wild, man. Yeah, damage over time, weapon skills, auto attacks. That doesn't matter. Spell speed is what I want. More plot. More. More. Yeah, this room's pretty cool looking. There was in what was it, in Heavensward? There was a big optional series of raids that were based on Final Fantasy III and the Crystal Tower. And then they brought all of that back in a huge way in Shadowbringers. So, they even put some of the... I didn't know this. Somebody actually in chat recommended a video to me of a music producer sort of commenting on the Shadowbringers theme, which is an amazing piece of music, and it really does give me chills every time I listen to it, but I didn't know that that was the Crystal Tower theme from Final Fantasy III shoved in, which is actually a pretty huge tell if you knew what it was for the entire storyline of Shadowbringers. Just got out of Heavensward. This MSQ grind is no joke. There's a lot of plot, a lot of lore, yes. But it's about to pick up in a big way. Heavensward I liked okay. Shadowbringers was really, really good. Or sorry, Stormblood was really, really good. Shadowbringers is even better. So Omega, you probably heard a million people say this in various ways, but you're about to get to the good stuff. Let's be about it then. Oh, Lalafell. I think I can pitch lower. I thought Heavensward was better than Stormblood. Really? I don't know. I liked Stormblood because it was more focused on humans and politics and things that like were kind of easier to grasp for me. Heavensward was very like magic, ethereal, ancient history kind of stuff. Dragon's bad, basically. There was a good story there, but it like just so many dragons. Or there was a War of the Lions raid for the game? Yeah. Yeah, Dragon's bad, then Dragon's good. There was a Final Fantasy XII crossover event. Now they're doing Final Fantasy VIII, the Eden raid and stuff like that. Yeah, there are raids where you go to Ravenaster, and it's got Final Fantasy XII music. Hello. 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 How do enemies from other games appear in this game? Did they ever discuss that? They don't. Not really, no. There's usually, I mean, it's magic, you know, so it's usually a wizard did it. They don't go out of their way to say, like, wow, what's this thing? It must be from another reality. It's more like, some magic happened, and now there's this new monster here. I guess they do find a way to kind of integrate it into whatever lore is happening at the time. So, specifically, the Final Fantasy VIII tie-in event with Eden, they basically found this, like, ancient machine that could, like, rebalance the ether. It's a whole thing, but essentially they did tie it into what matters in the plot at the time about that being there. You fight Eden. The place you go is Eden, and on Eden you fight a ton of other things. There were actually like there was a fight that was really cool. I streamed it a while ago, but the boss would basically like do attacks with countdown timers. And so you had to kind of like remember who was on what timer and when their hits would land so I could heal properly. And then somebody said that in the Savage version of that, they start layering timed attacks with these like countdown clocks above everyone's head. So you have to like, it really messes with your head, man. Oh, you fight a mini Eden and a half 1 minute cutscene as a throwback? Really? Oh boy, I don't remember that. Oh, Bruce is officially a pro gamer? Why is that? Did he beat Escape from Tarkov? Did he get Coke Gaming? Did my boy get Coke Gaming money? I'm gonna have to text him right now. showed Eden's full summon animation? Maybe. They won 6 Apex rounds in less than 2 hours? Holy shit. Oh, you gotta go to your class? Okay. Should be streaming for a while. Yeah, Bruce is really goddamn good at Apex. I want to be that good at might as well, right here. I want to be that good at a competitive game. I'm trying to get there with there we go. Trying to get there with Tetris 99. We'll see. When's the next podcast? Tomorrow. Tomorrow a little later than usual. I think we're gonna do something different too. We're gonna just kind of teleconference about it. But yeah, it should be tomorrow around 5, I think. 5, 6. So around 2 to 3 hours later than usual. Is that Magic armor? Yes. Yes, it was, Candy Graham. And I'll do you one better. So a lot of mounts have custom music. I actually turned it off because I got tired of hearing the Chocobo theme over and over again. But actually, here I'll just show you. If you're familiar with Final Fantasy VI. Yeah, Clem Fandango, I get the ability bar hesitation. If it's any luck or if it's any help, the game scales you up really slowly. So you'll only start with like 1 heal and 1 attack spell, and then over the course of 80 hours, you will eventually get to this. And it doesn't feel too intimidating. I'll get the Shiva pony. Yeah, I could do that. I want to get. It'd be nice to just tick down the list of all mounts and minions and stuff. Ooh. Ultra Make, thank you for the Prime money. You're welcome. You're welcome, citizen. Actually, hold on. Let me play music unmounted. Okay, and then guide. Magic armor. It's so fucking awesome. Also, my little man's up there. It's really quiet, unfortunately, but it is Terra's theme. And like reorchestrated, so it's really it's a lot faster. The Slow Hipster, thank you so much. If you can only watch one movie for the rest of your life, why would it be Rain of Fire? Just so I could get... I'll start moving to get a ladder, gotcha. Oh yeah, you're right. Thank you. Yeah, memories, right? That opening crawl of Final Fantasy VI is still just like... For everyone's like, when our game's gonna be as good as Citizen Kane? That was it, man. There's been so many Citizen Kane moments. I feel like every time somebody says that, I feel like it's disrespectful to all the art that's already happened. Not only it's Magitek armor, but you can also like make it do Magitek attacks. Pretty cool. Anyway, I love this game. On my phone, the picture for your stream is beautiful. In browser, it looks like upres 480p. Huh? Really? Well, I'm glad to hear it scales down well. Usually things look prettier when they're compressed. You don't see the blemishes as much. I actually have to use the restroom real quick. I've been hydrating like a mad dog, so I'll be right back, guys.
Then jazz things up.
Well, okay. Also, hey, I'm back. You guys are referring to New Game Plus in Final Fantasy XIV. How does that work? Because I saw mentions of New Game Plus in the patch notes, but I didn't really read up on it. Oh, you can go back and do the story if you skipped it or don't remember it? That's interesting. Just... As,
Did you slay this eater? Your orders were to await the main force.
Will you just be level synced when you go do it?
No, Captain. It wasn't us, I swear it. A man came out of nowhere and cut it down before we knew what was happening.
By himself. Certainly it is no light warden, but nevertheless.
Speaking of New Game Plus,
Filled it with
I think I'm gonna be starting God of
Never seen
War.
anything like it. So I says to him,
Maybe tomorrow?
"Who are you, the warrior of bleeding darkness?"
I feel like tomorrow probably.
And he says, "No, I'm a warrior of light."
Huh?
That was it.
Astro Kibbin.
Buggered off as quick as he came.
Thank you for the Prime sub.
A warrior of light?
You see Doofy. Thank you for the Prime sub.
Why would someone go around calling himself that, though?
I won't be doing New Game Plus though.
caused the
I'll be
flood?
starting a fresh game on Give Me God of War, which is going to stomp my testicles in.
I mean, if you were going to pretend to be anyone,
But I'm
it'd be
excited.
him, the Warrior of Darkness.
Hopefully I can knock it out before Doom Eternal comes out. I guess that'll be my hard game project.
Hey? Oh, I didn't know. It's an honor.
Could you have a potato on your desk for Potato Cam when you stream this? That's Solo Samurai, that's a really good idea. Let me take that down actually. Huh. That's what we call a stream annihilator.
Since the Eater is no longer a threat, our work here is done.
Compression
Return to your
destroyer.
posts.
There we go.
I had hoped to fight at your side today. But I'll continue to follow your example. And may we meet again.
Potato light bulb? That's a good idea. Potato battery? Yeah, 12 Cat Black. You guessed it. Of course I'm a potato.
I apologize for the wasted journey. It seems I overestimated the threat.
And now that backlight's coming in because the sun's setting.
As for this warrior of light, I do not know who would be brazen enough to take that mantle for his own. Whatever it may once have meant, it is forever tainted by the association with the Flood.
It's really short. I think you can finish it in 3 to 4 sessions.
The
Not on Give Me God of
extraordinary
War.
of Ardbert and his comrades' deeds, and I am aware they played some part in your own triumph. But to most, they are synonymous with the calamity that befell this world. Still, if this man is minded to destroy Sin Eaters, I may forgive him his unfortunate choice of alias.
Poor Ardbert. So goddamn tragic.
But that is neither here nor there. I thank you for accompanying.
I'm always really interested in, like, typical hero tales
Concluded.
or...
Shall we return to the Crystarium? There is a proposal I should like to make.
I guess typical hero tales where there's an element of it about another hero that failed.
Forgive me. There is one more thing.
Breath of the Wild was really awesome in that regard.
A
It's like
personal concern
you
of-
got to play Zelda after the last Link
A moment to speak
failed,
privately.
fucked up. Like, and it's fascinating too because in the context of that game, they talk about how they know about the legend and how like Link and Zelda are supposed to save the day, except Zelda kind of always knew that her Link was a dud for some reason. Really, those little flashbacks were always super cool. And something similar they did in Shadowbringers, where there was a previous, series of champions that actually failed and did not save the world. So, pretty cool stuff. Oh yeah, Final Fantasy VI: The World of Ruin.
I will not
Yeah,
use words.
that's kind of interesting. I never thought about it that way, but you're right. Any Tetris 99 wins today? Sadly, no.
Never has.
Got top 10 a lot. Got top 5 a couple times, but
ever more weary with time.
there's just people are really good at that game. So
But I see I give the wrong impression. While it is true he attempted to open a letter with a salmon fillet the other evening, we are not here because I suspect his mind is deteriorating.
yeah, you're right, a zombie. It was the same Link resurrected, but
Nor do I believe him to be so maddeningly
I can't remember.
by the prospect of his own.
They fought Ganon and failed, and then I guess they put Link into suspended animation until. You played Dragon's Dogma? Yes, love that game.
It is for this reason that I seek your advice.
To me, Dragon's Dogma is kind of in the same slot that
Since
Witcher
you
3 used to
returned
be.
From the Tempest,
of like,
Exarch is not as he was.
I tell myself that someday I'm going to be able to just sit down and live in that
he
game.
seems a different man. A younger
Oh,
man.
Majora's Mask? Yeah. That's
I
interesting.
know not the details of
Final Fantasy X is a cycle of
When I
failure?
saw him at work recently, there was a glint in his eye that I had
I guess you're
never
right.
seen before.
It's all happening in the dream of
He
the
looked
faith or whatever.
happy. It was as if he had peered into the future and for the first time found joy.
Duh. It's not. Was it the same? It's the same Princess Zelda too, right? How did she
Though
stay
it
alive for
gladdens
1,000
me
years?
To see him thus,
Aside
I
from
wonder
magic.
if I should not keep my distance. I fear that my presence will only anchor him to the past. Remind him of all the pain that came before.
Yeah, Scouter. She was eaten? Oh, that's right. Yeah, she was like held prisoner by Ganon. Favorite failure ending is Last of Us? Yeah? That's, I wouldn't even consider that the same kind of thing. Yeah, I guess it is loosely a hero's tale, but it's not really like a typical group of friends saving the world with swords and magic kind of deal. But yeah, out of everything Last of Us that people loved about The Last of Us that I didn't vibe with so much, I actually really respected the ending. I thought it was great writing. It was well told. It made sense. It was a pretty hard punch. For me, it was pretty much worth playing through the game to see the ending. So she wasn't held prisoner by Ganon. Yeah, what was? I can't remember what Princess Zelda's deal was in Breath of the Wild now. Zelda was holding Ganon prisoner. Does the Matrix count? Kind of, I guess. Except, yeah, I guess it does detonate. Except it's explicit. Like, even in the context of the Matrix, they're like, yes, we created all of this as a fantasy to understand the human condition, you know? So that's almost a little too meta? Oh, she was containing Ganon. Oh! Ah. So what was her plan then? Sorry, this is not the time for Zelda lore. But, okay, so Link, they failed to defeat Ganon, so Zelda's backup plan was to put Link on ice and then use her magic to contain Ganon. Well, what was she waiting for? And why did Link wake up when he did? I don't know if they ever got in there. I never stood James's hate for The Last of Us. It's a game with a story and somehow that triggered him. Plenty of games have stories. This is my supposition, but like me, I think sometimes he might get upset that things are unduly celebrated, and that makes your reaction stronger. So, Last of Us, perfectly fine game. But when everyone says it's the best thing in the world, suddenly you get pushed the other way. That happens to me a lot. You know, like Skyrim, right? Perfectly fine game. But the fact that everyone says it's the greatest RPG, or at least they used to, I'm like, ugh, that just makes me like go further. Oh, she was waiting for him to recover his power. Ah, took that long to heal him. Okay. Huh. That's kind of interesting. Omega, thank you for gifting a sub. Yeah, I think that's kind of what it is, Anon. Is like, Last of Us is it's a middling survival horror. A really good movie game, kind of smashed together. So yeah. That's why I didn't watch My Hero Academia until last year. I've been trying to keep current with it. I'm falling behind though. I was only 10 episodes behind the most recent. Now I'm like 12, but I'm still chipping away at it. Let's see. Bang. He's lost without you, you know, and he misses you already.
Are you sure? Then perhaps we might remain as we were. As we have always been. What a relief.
Excited for Last of Us Part 2? I am always excited for
In that case,
expensive games made by talented
with him
people.
About the amount of time he is spending at work.
It's like watching a Marvel movie. You know? Even if you know it's not going...
I know.
It may not...
If he refuses to consider his own health, I will have to consider it for him.
It may not be 100% your thing, but it has enough budget and enough talent behind it that there's going to be something great about it. So that's kind of what I feel about Last of Us Part 2. I'm not particularly invested in the characters. I don't know anything about the gameplay. I wasn't the biggest fan of Last of Us 1 as a survival horror. So... Oh yeah, the sequel won't have multiplayer. Yeah, I heard nothing but good things about The Last of Us's multiplayer. It's interesting. I feel like people refuse to play it because I guess it forces you to acknowledge that it's a video game and people wanted to think about it as something transcendent. I don't know. There's something about, like, games have to stay in their lane sometimes. If you try to offer somebody a package that's just not what people are used to, in The Last of Us's case, like, really gritty, slow, emotions, feels campaign with a surprisingly functioning multiplayer, people don't seem to think about it that way. I mean, yeah, no, and imagine if Death Stranding had traditional multiplayer. I guess actually Death Stranding Battle Royale might work out. But, big studio games hopefully mean new graphic and gameplay mechanics that have never been seen before, which is exciting. SGK, I would say the opposite. Big studio games usually mean exactly the kind of game you've seen before, but new graphics. They usually look really pretty. It's pretty rare that a big budget studio-produced giant sequel game has a new game mechanic in it. Something that hasn't already been tested by the market, because nobody takes risks with expensive games like that. That's been my perception. The exceptions being things like Death Stranding. I guess actually I should amend that, you know? I'm gonna roll back. You were right. Sony first party seems to be one of the few developers that can get away with doing some wacky shit with huge budget games. I would say by and large though, when somebody puts down 4 years of a what is that? What is this? What? That's a Lalafell riding a fat cat. Oh, it's got a little kitty purse on the side. Look at this big cat. It's got lashes. Ugh. Ugh. Damn it. Why don't I have that? Oh my god, there's a little Maui head. Oh, it's got little feet! Oh! It just stretched. Oh my god. Do it again. Go. Do it again. Yes! Yes! Just a little yawn. Ah, fuck, I moved it. Go. Do it again, please. There's so much stuff in this game I just don't know about. This is kind of why I wanted to just like go to a Final Fantasy wiki and just look up all. What the fuck was that? A Moogle holding a flower basket? Baby snail? Bride's Moogle. Okay. Tossing out flower petals, right. Sorry, I'm getting so distracted. Wait, hold on. I gotta look at this now. Little golden mudkip man. His little bell. Yeah. Wiki, start at the top, work my way down. Get like all the dumb minions and mounts and stuff that I never got before. Didn't realize Moogles were in Final Fantasy. Thought it was Kingdom Hearts only. Yeah, that's one of the things that Kingdom Hearts absorbed from Final Fantasy, which is weird. Feels like Kingdom Hearts has been dialing back their Final Fantasy notes to a significant degree. I don't think there was any Final Fantasy stuff in 3. Which I think also kind of made me not like it as much. Madam Thickness. Give you a little wave as I run past. I guess you can't run and emote at the same time. That's unfortunate. There's some with the Remind DLC. That's interesting. Some minions react when you poke, hand over, or beckon. Interesting. I thought there was a way you could interact with minions, but I didn't know that that's how it worked. Seems like there's more shoutouts to the past in this game, which is nice. It is for me, because I am a Final Fantasy dork. I've played all of them. And it was one of the... You know, I think everyone has that one game that just blows your damn mind when you're younger, that kind of hits you. I think for a lot of people lately it was probably Undertale, but for me it was Final Fantasy VI. And it'll always have that kind of place in my heart. So yeah, like this stuff isn't voiced, obviously. But I have it on auto text, so I'm trying to make sure I'm skimming all the important information out of it. Oh, Gran Turismo 1? Nice. How do you feel about the Gran Turismo series lately, Dirty Dibby? I played 6, the most recent one? The one on PS4? The one that had, like, moon buggy missions and stuff? That game is so intimidating. It is, I mean, it is a full-on driving simulator. Is there any 13 stuff in this? No, I don't think so. At least, if there were, I don't know. I understood so little about 13. so weird too, because I think like gameplay-wise, Final Fantasy 13 is one of the ones I like the most, but plot and character-wise, holy shit, it's like near the bottom. I've never been a big fan of Nomura's characters or writing in general. Which, that's just a personal thing. I acknowledge how good he is at it. He's written some of the most popular games of all time, so... Well, shouldn't say that. Some of the most popular, like, JRPGs. Ooh. Blake Kilgannon. Thank you so much for gifting subs, man. I appreciate you. I wish we had done this sooner. Yeah, 13.2 was kind of the perfect culmination of a game that had the right tone, like better characters, a more comprehensible storyline, and better environments. I actually like 13.2 a lot. It's a bummer that it had the misfortune of coming out after 13. Actually, The World Ends With You was very, very good. Actually, yeah, that game was like surprisingly comprehensible. It didn't delve too much into weird metaphysical, emotional stuff like all of his other games tend to. Majora's Mask blew my mind because when I found out, I was just learning how to deal with loss at a young age, and it changed how I thought about a lot of stuff. I could see that. Majora's Mask is, it's the one Zelda I think I haven't... Well, no, I should take that back. I don't think I ever legitimately beat Zelda 2, because that game is... That game is cruel. I beat Legend of Zelda, which was actually a really fun experience, playing Zelda. I played it when it came out on 3DS, like as the Ambassadors program or whatever. That's how I played it. I actually super loved it. Which actually makes me love Breath of the Wild even more, because it has like the exact same like effervescence about it. You ever tried Ogre Battle? Yes! I love Ogre Battle. The music from Ogre Battle still gets stuck in my head sometimes. And like sometimes I'll just hear the little vocal clips, like "Lucky" and cheering. That stuff is kind of baked into my brain somewhere too. I feel like there's, if you could put a topographial map of my brain, significant portions of it would be dedicated entirely to unique video games. Yeah, the artwork and the leveling system, it was... There's a window that ended around like halfway through PS2, where Japanese developers were just getting buck wild with game design. It was awesome. That's always still kind of been there. Like, for some reason I'm thinking of Nights in the Nightmare, but there are some games. What was that one? Like Riviera Curse, the Game Boy Advance game, that was really similar to like the Saga series, which also was really mechanically out there. I miss RPGs, JRPGs that had like really inventive statistical systems that drove how you played them. Vagrant Story had a wild combat system, so did like Parasite Eve. That doesn't really happen anymore. I think people have become very comfortable with a certain set of mechanics. Although, they're right over there is like Disco Elysium, which I haven't even played yet, so... Can you play Disco Elysium with a controller? Played any Falcom games? Yes. I played a couple of the East games. And I feel like there's another series they make or worked on? But yeah, mostly I played the remake of East 1 and 2 on PSP. And I think that might be it. So I'm not a scholar on Falcom like a lot of other people might be. Okay, Disco Elysium is 100% a PC game. All right, good to know. Thank you. Oh, Trails in the Sky. Yes. Okay, so I started that. Well, it's funny. Like, man, what a rabbit hole to fall down. I was like, Trails in the Sky. Maybe that'll be my next JRPG. So I typed it in. It turns out Trails in the Sky is a subseries of another series called Goblin Slayer that's been active since like the mid-'80s, and there's like 25 JRPGs in that entire series. So gosh. Muskrat Mike, thanks for the resub. 5 months is a long time. I appreciate that. Does this game have a plot? Yes, it does. Does it ever? It's got a lot of plots. Hi, Papa Jesus. Do you know about Goblin Slayer? When I read the list of games, I was like, okay, I've kind of heard references to these games, but they're super in the background of the JRPG scene. I'm glad Trails in the Sky seems to be doing super well. I played a little bit of the first, like, Trails of Cold Steel, I think. Lawrence is not making this a Goblin Slayer gaming channel. Man, I wonder, if I just sat down with the first Goblin Slayer game and ticked my way through the series, how long would it take if I streamed like 8 hours a day? That could probably be months. Months. And Animal Crossing's coming out. And so is Cooking Mama. What am I supposed to do over here? Jeez. I still gotta finish Ring Fit Adventure. That's a lot of squats. I already quit my job. I still don't have enough free time to play all the video games. You watched Goblin Slayer? Oh wait, is the anime connected to the game series at all? Yeah, Doom. Can't wait to be world's pro number one best at Doom. I'm hoping battle mode has some life to it. That'll be fun to keep cracking up. Yeah, Blake O'Gannon, it's rough when you... I feel like growing up, it was conceivable to play all the big games, or at least all the ones you wanted to. That became impossible, I want to say, about 8 years ago. And I think a lot of us are still thinking that it's possible to actually play, in our lifetimes, play all the games we want. But I don't think it is. I think you have to start getting used to walking away from some games entirely. I say that, even though I'm playing Witcher 3, which is a game that, by all rights, I should probably just be like, well, didn't get around to it, that's life. Goblin Slayer got some babes. Yeah, Goblin Slayer's kind of an ecchi show, isn't it? I should probably be reading this a little more closely, but... Yeah, I thought the anime wasn't connected, but... Who knows, man. Sometimes anime be like that. Like, shit, where do you want me to go? Why can't I jump down there? That's bullshit. Cabinet of Curiosity. People need to play Witcher 3? That's kind of what I felt like. Feeling like I should abandon Witcher 3 and go back to Fire Emblem 3 Houses? And watch Witcher 3 with you? Well, thank you. Yeah, see, that's efficiency. You can double your video gaming if you have gaming on one monitor while you're playing on the other. Or if you just get 2 TVs. Yeah, Senpai, I agree. There are some games you can't put down. It's just slightly inconvenient that it happens to be a 120-hour game or whatever. Well, you tried, bud. Let's see, that's back in the Crystarium. Pay the 100 gil. Transport. Goblin Slayer anime is based off the light novel and manga series. It's a pretty good story, though. Very dark and mature themed. Yeah. Yeah, I thought so. Or rather, that's ringing a bell. I remember people talking about it in, like, the same tone as like Attack on Titan, or more specifically Berserk. You love the Blood and Wine DLC for The Witcher? Yeah, I'm very, very excited to get there. People have been talking it up. Oh, you got a little duck? The duck looks very, very nice. Why must you compare Goblin Slayer to Berserk? I'm just saying what I heard, man. I haven't seen, I've watched some Berserk. I haven't seen any of Goblin Slayer, so... Wait, Alphino's not here. You tricked me. Even though I wasn't paying attention. Got him, Anon. Fucking got him. Hell yeah, not Biad. Hajime no Ippo. When was the most recent series and season of that? I know that they put out new episodes in, like, what, 2013, 2014? I don't know if there's been any more since then. If there has been, then I need to get up to it. Also, is there any, is anyone licensing Hajime no Ippo? currently. I know the DVDs came out in America's Fighting Spirit, which was dumb. But I bought all those out of obligation because I love that series so much. And then they put out the new series. Okay, that's been it. All right.
Yes, this looks to be nearly everyone. Let us begin, shall we?
I got to the episode where, like,
Though I am usually the first to hold forth at such events, I think on this occasion that honor should fall to you.
I can't believe I'm blanking on the name. The guy with the pompadour. Just like pretty much straight up sexually assaulted Ippo's kind of not really girlfriend, and I was like, I get that this is anime, but holy shit, that's a little too far.
Better than thee to speak these truths.
And you know, like anime style, the show was like, haha, isn't this wacky? And I'm like, well, no, actually, that is actually straight up assault. That's not okay. I was hoping Ippo would never actually trip over that line, but it did. So that kind of soured me on it, but I still love that series a lot. I haven't watched Megalobox yet. No, I need to do that. I was catching everyone up on the lore. Okay, whoever was asking about story, pay attention. This is your catch up. Basically, in the world, so remember how 14 launched and it was dog shit, so they destroyed it and restarted? They literally destroyed it in the lore of the game. So there was something called a calamity that basically restarted the world. This is sort of telling the story about the previous set of heroes, the magical anime heroes, that didn't save the world, that led to the game getting rebooted from 1.0 to 2.0. So that's the flashbacks you're seeing now.
The Warriors of Light did all that?
So they never... I mean, they only ever wanted to help. And when everything they'd done turned to ash, they still carried on.
They gave everything to stop the flood. First their lives, then their souls.
Yeah.
Managed it too.
Jim, in the end, they put the game reboot in the lore.
Saved us.
Which was pretty cool.
And
they even did an event in 1.0 when the calamity happened in the in-game. And some people, like, there were videos of it recorded when basically a giant meteor slams into the planet and destroys everything. But a lot of the people, even in 2.0, would acknowledge the fact that, like, their memories aren't right and, like, something happened but nobody knows what. And then as you go through the lore, these people are actually discovering what happened in the world before all that stuff happened. Also, that's Ardbert, I think. Uh-oh, this is ominous. So he's the previous Warrior of Light, that then became the Warrior of Darkness. But I guess he's here now. He was around in ghost form the whole time. Yeah, Sada, I love this game, man. Can you see him too?
I definitely see something. You don't think it's a ghost, do you?
I'm not sure I'm hot with this.
Yonder standeth no bloodless apparition, but a warrior of light and darkness both. Ardbert.
Yeah, you ate him at the end of 5.0. Yeah, he absorbed into you.
What in the
and,
world?
The Warrior of Light got his very first spoken line. They're currently releasing Berserk in these nice little bound editions, 3 volumes per book. They're up to book 3, volume 9. That's pretty cool.
The one who slew the Eater.
I've never read the manga for Berserk. How is this an online game? This looks like a regular JRPG.
Warrior of Darkness.
Are there online/offline quests? Yes, there are.
You've saved me a fair bit of time.
This is so weird. He's like.
Though I have a few words of my own to say.
You can play it like a single-player RPG, down to them giving you AI companions to do dungeons with. But when you're not watching cutscenes, you can team up with other players to do quests.
I am Ardbert,
like that.
one of those you know as a warrior of light.
That's impossible. You should be dead.
Yeah, you should be dead. That's weird. I don't know that I'm cool with that.
That I should. But as the world has been given new life, so too have I.
So what about all the other Warriors of Light?
I know not why I, and I alone, have been gifted this chance.
Okay, well at least you acknowledged it.
But I do know this. Only by the will of the star itself could such a miracle come to pass.
So is Warrior of Darkness necessarily evil? No. Light and dark, like the
hero who stands before you now, the warrior of darkness.
Okay.
Is not of this world.
Thought he was gonna dump on me.
The day will come when he must return to his home.
In the world of Final Fantasy XIV, light and dark are just like opposing forces of magic.
But this land
and
is our home.
In any given world, there has to be balance of all of those things.
Forevermore.
So
it is we who must protect.
In this reality, there was actually too much light.
Time to rely on
so
from afar
I don't know.
Past.
They explain it all.
It is you
it sounds so stupid, but
must rise. You who must become new warriors of light.
That happened because there was another character that was actually interfering with the flow of magic between realities to cause it to all explode, basically, to detonate reality. Again. Yeah, there's.
None of us were born here.
It's weird how ethereal and magical a lot of the rules of the universe are, but they actually do make sense and are traced to people's actions more than just magic being magic. It's kind of interesting.
I was invariably confronted with the same choice. To lend what aid I could to those in need, or not. And I always chose the former. Any one of you could do the same. All you need is the will to help your fellow man, and the resolve to see it through.
Are all those other people players? No. They are NPCs just for this cutscene. You only ever see other players in the open world.
That's fate.
Although they did pull a cool little trick at the end of Shadowbringers involving other players, but I won't spoil that.
This man may be, his words hold truth and resonate with the citizenry besides. For us to voice our doubts here and now would serve but to sow disquiet.
Okay.
Twere better we retired under the
I appreciate that.
Discuss this matter in private.
At least they're like, hey, this is really fucking weird, but let's not make a scene in public. Let's go back to our room and gossip. Yeah, Scotticus, I guess we're going to get to Final Fantasy 30 at some point. Yeah, Rick. Lalafel's walk animation is delightful.
Of light of the first.
They got a waddle with intent.
I've not had the pleasure of making his acquaintance, but as you all seem to be in agreement, I gather this is no simple case of mistaken identity.
He's got power stomps for sure.
As far as I was able to discern, that was
enemy stomp and walk.
But it has been a long time, but not that long. Could he truly have been resurrected as he claims?
What is the in-game content for this game? Is there PvP? There is PvP, not yet, but I'm not a big PvP guy, so I can't say. I will say that other people have said that PvP in the game is not really what you play it for. It has some of the best and hardest PvE content I've ever played in an MMO. Like almost bullet hell, like almost Bayonetta style fights that are faster and way less forgiving than you think MMOs could be. It's been a long time since I've done any Savages, which are like the hardest versions of the boss fights. I'm hoping I can get back to that level of playing this game so I can show that stuff off on stream. Because, man, this game is really brilliant when it's being played at like the top skill levels, because you have to be good. Everyone has to be good to like beat those games or beat those raids. It's so awesome to be a part of that. No, absolutely not. Cleared your first Savage raid tier in this last year. Nice, Shell Shock. I'm jealous.
Very soul unto thee.
How does it compare to Mythic rating from WoW? What's up?
I don't mean to interrupt, but Kate is
my
here.
eyes, your ether burns as brightly as the day you slew Emmett Selk.
I guess I'll just take a break then.
We decided we're gonna dance to Space Jam.
Okay.
Stand now before the people
it's pretty meme-tacular.
A passing imitation.
You're allowed to pick whatever song you want?
Yeah, they said to pick whatever, and then as long as it's like a full body
which leaves
shot of
but
us dancing.
one plausible explanation.
Okay.
That was it.
All right. Well, I'll take a break then.
That's why I was like warning you. I mean, we're gonna set up in a couple minutes, but I didn't want it to be while you were in the middle of streaming and then go, "What the fuck is happening in the other room?"
Okay. I guess I'll just finish this cutscene and then take a break.
Okay.
They're auditioning for a game show,
But
you
he
guys.
is an Asian.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's actually probably the most likely. We got a hero imitator now. Hope live is treating you well. Haven't heard your sweet baby voice since Funhouse. First time Twitching. Well, Kringle, welcome. It's yeah. So there's a mechanic where
Warriors of light were laid to rest in Yulmore by those whom they had aided in life.
I'm not gonna bite off that lore beat right now.
Some few still remembered them as heroes.
Talking about the Asians and shit is maybe a little too deep for the moment. All right, pee break, snack break, dance break, posture check, and please enjoy. I'm gonna share the pic. I'm not involved, so no. All right, see you guys in a second. Oh, okay, that's it. I can't. So good, man. Ugh. I want to be able to call a number and have Coach kick in my door and show me the slam jam. Yeah, chatbot. It is. It's so good. Oh wait, Anonymous had a thing with Adult Swim. Oh, that's a bummer. God, it's so good. It's so good. You guys all need to go. Yeah, you're right, Architecture. I need to start doing media share. I gotta get paid to do fun things already. Yeah, I didn't know. Not allowed to show Slam Jam? Yeah, because I guess I was making an innovation for them and it didn't get approved. That's a bummer. But man, go watch everything on Anonymous's channel right now. Go do it. That's okay, you can leave the stream. It's better. It's better than whatever anime bullshit's about to happen. Well, I guess I can't say that for sure. I don't know. Yeah, we got to go back to this mystery. The Warrior of Light's back. Or is he?
Needless to say, 4 of them were subsequently exhumed to serve as the virtues. And if one knew where to look, Ardbert too would not have been difficult to find.
Assuming then that this is indeed the work of an Asian, my mind inevitably turns to the last remaining paragon to survive the Sundering.
Elidibus.
Oh, that guy. I remember that name, kind of. Hey, Architecture in Tokyo. Good to see you again.
Claimed his own flesh is known.
Oh, Elidibus is one of the Asians, right?
Thus evicted from his borrowed form and cognizant no doubt of Emet-Selk's failure here in the first. 'Tis quite possible the emissary chose Ardbert for his next vessel.
Okay.
Inhabiting the flesh of the fallen. Why, that is unsavory. And they do this often, you say?
Verily, for they possess no corporeal forms of their own. In what one may term their natural state, none save those gifted with the echo can perceive them.
Yeah, that's a lore bit they introduced in 14 that I'm not super fond of.
Indeed, when Elidibus intruded upon the waking sands, his presence did go unmarked by all save Minfilia and the warrior.
They now have like world lore mechanics where people's spirits can re-inhabit other bodies. So
after his departure,
they used it to bring back some villains. It's kind of lame, to be honest. Has this game story rate among MMO stories? There are parts of it that are really good, and parts of it, kind of like I was just talking about, that are pretty.
In such puppetry, do the Asians engage when they seek to influence the course of history?
Well, not to my taste, is what I would say.
And they have gained much by it. Emet-Selk single-handedly built the Garlean Empire in this manner. While I have
there
been
you are.
close to conquering Eorzea, having taken
had a
possession
hangnail,
of
so I need to
Thancred's
file it a
living
little
body.
bit. That's all.
Yet it must needs be noted that the Asians cannot avail themselves of all mortal vessels.
I would say the main stories in most of the expansions are really good.
None
if you want to really dig in to the lore and like figure out the reasons for everything, there's a lot there, and a lot of it is really rewarding. But some of it is kind of just like
the blessing of light shieldeth hideth.
When you need to write that much story, you're eventually going to have to dip into some interesting.
Other forces are at work.
Maybe some.
We cannot say for certain.
Less than believable storylines. If that makes sense.
Whatever the reason, I hope it holds.
What's up, Dope Zeppelin?
I dare not contemplate what might come to pass otherwise.
Do you go to the gym much with James? Not really, no. I have a gym in my own garage,
Peculiar, then,
so I use that
Albert's
exclusively.
mortal remains should be susceptible,
And it's awesome.
given that he was once a warrior of light.
It is the most awesome
Or did
thing.
the final departure of his soul make it possible, perhaps? Regardless, to hear an Ascian use him to call forth new warriors of light boggles the mind.
Yeah, I've been doing pretty good. The beginner gains are done, that's for sure.
An enigma.
My lists are starting to get really hard and really heavy,
Reserve
but that's the point.
Between light and dark.
Wiser Panda, thank you for the Prime sub.
When he made overtures towards me, however, I was afforded a glimpse behind the mask of the self-appointed emissary. I shall not defend mine actions, undertaken in pursuit of a better understanding of our foe as either wise or prudent. Nevertheless, what little I did glean may now prove useful.
Ever have any issues with motivation for working out? Also, how did you deal with it?
Subtle mind, practiced in the art of manipulation.
Wiser Panda, thank you so much for
the
this.
star's most valiant heroes as far as the source with naught save half-truths is no trifling feat.
Motivation's so tricky. I have in the past been pretty slothful.
Once more to some as yet unknown end. Though naught is certain, should my
I don't know that I have a lot of advice for navigating that, though.
all our wits if we are to uncover
The best thing really is to just figure out your own behavior patterns and figure out what works for you.
Agreed. 'Tis plain that
Find a way when you are usually your most motivated to make sure that you can work out then,
serve to confuse.
as opposed to just trying to willpower yourself into it at the end of the day or something like that.
And I would hesitate to do anything which might tarnish Ardbert's reputation once more, nor yours by association.
So, for me at least now, I've found that I have a pretty good thing going.
Being the case,
I'll wake up, make a really lean breakfast, and then make tea or coffee. And then when I get that surge of caffeine, I go work out.
his purpose and how best to mitigate his influence.
But I have the liberty of doing that because I basically changed my entire work situation. In the past, I would try to go to the gym over lunch, which was much harder to do because I would work my ass off like all morning.
Go back out and follow him.
And then I would typically want my lunch meal to be like relaxing and enjoyable. And exercise, while it's relaxing in a way, it's not the same as like a good meal with friends.
And I
So it was tough to.
shall better serve our cause than half a dozen.
Hold on a
Let
second.
the rest of us maintain an inconspicuous distance, for the present at least.
So that was always tough. Motivation was maybe a factor there. For me, honestly, it's always just been diet. Good food and nice cocktails always get me. So hopefully now I can kind of. I'm trying to be a lot more mindful of that stuff. Using a diet calendar and all that. Random thought, wanted your insight. Do you think Bethesda will be able to get their shit together for Starfield by the next Elder Scrolls? Do you think it's already doomed by example of Fallout 76? Well, I don't know. People seem to like Fallout 4 well enough. I do think that the kind of game Bethesda makes might be nearing the end of its life cycle in terms of people's interest. We'll see. Because there's been a lot of games like that lately that have kind of fizzled. Although I do feel like another Elder Scrolls, people are just going to buy that by name alone. No, I'm confident it'll be fine. People seem able to overlook a lot of what I would consider pretty big gameplay shortcomings simply because it's a big game with a lot of stuff and meters that fill up. So, as long as they keep doing that, I think most people will be happy with it. Huh. Started a refit workout and diet right after Thanksgiving. Down 30 pounds so far. Holy shit. That's awesome. Congratulations. Just having a workout gamified kept me motivated since I'm not bored with it. I am so envious of people that can just be like, I started dieting and now I've lost 30 pounds. I cut my calories so lean, and I swear, it is like, it's pushing such a boulder uphill to get my body to get rid of anything that it's put on. I think it's just had this weight on it for so long. I don't know, it's just like it's calcified. It's like it's thick oil clinging to me. I don't know, I'm softening, now that I'm getting older too, I'm softening on the idea of just having a doctor yank it all out. part of me is like, it's like, if I can go like 2 or 3 months on a very specific diet plan, and if I can be honest with myself and say that like I really tried everything to do it, to get my body to lose weight naturally, and if it just won't goddamn budge, then that might be what I just go to, because I don't know. I don't want to spend my entire life never being like as lean as I want. Bruce, thanks for the raid, man. I'm playing perhaps the most opposite game to Apex Legends that you can imagine. So if you guys don't, well, I won't write the narrative for you, but Gage, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome everyone to some big anime. I can try to catch you up, but man, yeah, it does get hard as you get older too, which is something on my mind. Hey, I'm not cranky. Welcome everyone. I see a lot of lovely gooses in chat. That's actually a really good emote. Holy shit. Wolverine healing factor, but it's for fat. Yeah, basically. Yeah, I feel like it's the sort of thing where I can diet real hard all week and then have like 1 drink on the weekend and that just erases it all. But if I'm being honest with myself, it's never 1 drink. It's like 5. Mick Marinucci, you taking AMV suggestions? I mean, sure. I'll watch anything, but I mean, it's not really for a project or anything at this point. Hello, Horizon. Love you, bud. Hope you're hyped for Cyberpunk. Yes. Very, very excited. Hate me because I'm black. Jesus Christ. Just monitor size in all caps. I can only answer your question in one way. Headphone warning. I don't know! Big? Yeah, alcohol is very sneaky. You've got a whole quarter second. No one is allowed to complain about that. You gotta have gamer reflexes to watch this stream. It's hold on a second. It's that big. Wait, no, hold on. Hold on. This is there. That. Just measure that on your phone. Come play Destiny. Jacob and I beckon you. Ooh, is there a new patch out? It's been a long time since I've Destiny deed. I need to get back in there. Yeah, Farley. Oh, thank you for the warning. I'm glad you got to it. Thoughts on the 7 remaster? No, nothing profound. Just really, really excited to play it. Any chance to play Vanquish remaster soon? Yes, actually. I never played Vanquish, and what better time than when it's re-released? Get that cursor out of here. Someone bothered to move my Destiny account to Steam? Ooh. How long do you have to do that? Is Jacob clicking back into Destiny mode from Monster Hunter mode? Oh, who am I kidding? He can play both somehow. Every time I think I'm finally getting a handle on Monster Hunter, I remind myself that there are like 1 million weapons that all have their own mechanics and stuff that I know nothing about. Oh, okay, the Valentine's Day event, but nothing super new? Okay. There's still a ton of content I haven't done, so... Horn, use horn. I don't know what that means. Tyrotoxis, thanks for the Prime sub. Did I finish Witcher 3? I did not, no. I'm actually making progress in the main story, though, so that's exciting. It is at this moment conceivable that I may actually finish it someday. Oh, the hunting horn. Gotcha. Yes. That's the real weapon, isn't it? It's the best weapon. Isn't that the one that gives like buffs and stuff to the rest of your party? Doot to victory. Does the horn, like, you just swing it around like a giant hammer, right? Like that, unless you're actually playing it, that's how you attack with it? Or can you actually play music that does damage? Uh-oh, we got a dungeon? Is there gonna be something other than anime boys staring at each other and talking? Oh boy, yeah, this is the music I usually have turned off. Your swings play music and do damage at the same time. Okay, then yeah, maybe I'll switch to horn. That sounds cool. I've really been vibing with Greatsword, but yeah. I mean, I gotta craft new stuff for Iceborne, so that's actually a pretty good time to figure out how to switch weapons. I think there might be a gap though, so like you have to kind of craft stuff up through World to get to Iceborne tier content, and I don't know that I have enough mats to like actually bring a weapon all the way through the World tiers of gear into Iceborne. There may be a way to just craft stuff directly at Iceborne? Hell yeah. Oh baby, here comes some lore. I actually have to use the restroom real quick, so I'll be right back. I promise this one will be fast.
Create one basic model.
See? I told you that was fast. Don't worry about crafting stuff in base Monster Hunter World. Iceborne base gear is already better than base Monster Hunter World. Oh, okay. I didn't know that there was an Iceborne base. I think I poked around a little bit at that. I've done a couple of the Iceborne missions. It's weird that the beginning of Iceborne is all expeditions. But I guess it actually worked out pretty well because I fainted quite a bit and I didn't fail because of that. So maybe that's why. But that also means you don't get any money for doing the opening missions, which is a little, or excuse me, Zenny. I think was always Capcom's currency. You're gonna check out Phantasy Star Online too. You know, enough people have asked that maybe I should. Might as well, like launch night, right? Give it a go. But they really wanted to push expeditions in Iceborne? Really? Why?
Come. Our new discoveries are to be found this way.
I'm definitely getting a sense of that. But that means you can't use lucky vouchers. That means you don't get any items in the item box either, so you don't get like 4 free first aid meds and stuff. I guess that makes it feel more like the mats you pick up matter, because you're kind of operating out of your own stash instead of some of the gimmies, but...
The people of Ronka are known to have venerated animals, but these features do not match those of any indigenous species. This is no common beast. Though that much is plain from its proportions.
Lifelike, is it not? One could almost imagine it breathed.
Oh, so sneaky. Oh, they are some wacky animes, aren't they?
Why you...
Womp womp. Just got Monster Hunter World had a hard time understanding what I was doing.
By contrast,
I've been helping. I keep trying to play it very late after some drinks. Yeah, the entire tempo of that game is different.
The sealed door lies ahead.
There really isn't a game like Monster Hunter. I guess Dauntless, but Dauntless is copying Monster Hunter to some extent. Just imagine a game where it's nothing but boss fights and they're all like 20 minutes long. It's very hard to wrap your head around. Did you end up beating Sekiro? I did, yeah. Oh, man, that game was so good. I didn't actually beat it. Like I didn't do all the optional and harder bosses, but I did see credits.
As you see, one statue is missing. I expect we are meant to replace it as before.
Also, cool of Borg. I don't know if you're still in chat, but I appreciate your donation. If you're around, I respect Apex a lot, but man, I'm so bad.
There'll be some additional defense mechanism.
Yeah, 25% beat it. Yumbo Yak, thanks for the resub. God, I love your name. It makes me hungry though. It makes me want a burger. I remember I used to. It's a weird memory, but
just a moment.
When I was taking my scuba certifications. Yeah, a nice burger. For some reason, so when I got my certification for scuba diving, we would do a lot of practices in just like an Olympic swimming pool. So, for some reason, if you spend like an hour or two underwater, it just makes you ravenously hungry. At least it did me. Every time I would like drive to this place and then drive back, there would be a Jack in the Box on the way, and I would just hit the drive-thru and just like get a big greasy burger, and it was always the best thing. I remember that so explicitly.
What is happening?
Of like, I wonder if just being in water in general for some reason. I remember I used to go swimming a lot as a kid, and I would always get so hungry. Maybe it's because just swimming in general burns calories. Yeah, Dr.
Why am I
Eleven.
not surprised?
It must be that.
Prepare yourselves.
Oh, we got a boss fight. Is it all trust? Or can you matchmake for this? What's up, Angel of Chaos? Oh, that's not good. Oh, okay, we're going into Snake Dimension, alright. PSO is a lot like Monster Hunter if it was an MMO. Really? I don't remember I don't remember the fights being that involved in Phantasy Star, but use a lot of stabilizer muscles really heavily that you don't normally use. Yeah. Wait, this music. Is this from 7? Temple of the Ancients? Is that a Gwent card? Or, excuse me, Triple Triad. No? Okay, it kind of sounded like the like Forest of the Ancients or whatever, that like white forest you go to. Somebody got an achievement. Trespass mortal upon sacred ground, and retribution 4 souls have I bound. Yet heroes proven, learned and wise, a comrade's soul shall be their prize. You know, we gotta have some puzzles? Yeah. Save all the waifus. If you would see theirs set free, answer me these riddles 3. Okay. Deft of paw with kin do I vie, though sought apart, betterment of the whole world do our efforts to cry. What am I? Yeah! Deft of paw with kin do I vie. Deft of paw, that'd be a curl, right? Was sought apart, betterment of the whole world to our efforts vie. I don't know what that means, but curls have paws, so there we go. Yeah! What was the Oppo Oppo? Sure. Yeah, that. Oh! For this mistake, a single talisman shall I take? Well, she's... okay, I guess she's dead. I can't. I lost a waifu. Fearsome Fang, I travel with the pack. Together we find harmony, and thus for peace our land does not lack. What am I? Talking about packs? It's gotta be a wolf, right? Fangs? I'll save you, waifus. Yay! It was the spirit of the wolf their doctrines praised, that they would know peace and harmony to the end of their days. This riddle's... oh, okay. Character looks like Baby Ezio Auditore. I'm okay with that. And you know what? He gets just as much poon. Is that lady really dead? On my belly do I crawl, my strength does... yeah, snake. Alright. Phew! Bosses definitely aren't as involved, but the loop in gameplay is very Monster Hunter inspired. Oh, okay. Weird. I mean, Phantasy Star existed before Monster Hunter, though. I guess I haven't played PSO2. I'm mostly thinking of Universe. That's the only one that I played for like one day. Yes, I must save my sweet anime girl. Oh! Test of mind and memory, choose wisely. All may go free. Oh, okay. So you can botch some of the questions as long as you get the memory puzzle right. Is this like the Valentine's Day thing that they did? Valentine's Day? There was a really cool minigame you played with another player. It seems like it, yeah. I can just look on the other side and bullshit. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh wait, I'm probably not supposed to do the red faces, right? This is gonna summon a monster? I'm gonna say no. Shit. Well. Ah, it did. The iguana huaca. Think you want to avoid monsters? Probably, yeah. That's okay. Oh, that's kind of neat. The more people, or the more...
No mercy!
The more, questions you get right, then you have little helpers. If you accidentally summon a monster. Alright. Why can I never understand Final Fantasy? Yeah, DM Gree, you kind of just gotta let it happen. Yay! Sweet Ishtola. I was so scared. Comrades are assembled together at last. You're not gonna rhyme anything? Oh, yet there still remains one trial you must pass. If you would glean the knowledge enshrined in this earth, I would first take the measure of your worth. The last riddle is fight me? Yeah. For the last mental challenge, I will punch you in the face. Repeatedly. Officer Grind It. Thank you for gifting a sub. Alright, yeah, beat it up. Shoot it with magic. Ah, shit. But yeah, there are, in regards to like people finding the game intimidating from a visual standpoint, they have been doing more stuff like this, where they give you the option, or I guess in this case they force you to play with AI players that teach you mechanics.
Here I come.
Like what to stack under, what not to stack for. And now they're teaching you the chain mechanics of like how to block. Because the lasers that like track to people will always have that purple visual on them, so very, very cool the way that they have been repeatedly trying to teach people some of the, I would consider a base mechanic. Like they even like change the color of it to make sure you know where to go. Like built-in WoW add-ons? Pretty much, yeah. Weird puzzle, yeah. Just teaching you basic mechanics, but surrounded by waifus. There's a reason this game is the best. Yeah, Hannah Rose, the music in this, like, had a terrible time with the mechanics when they were turn-based. You want me to do it in real time? Yes, yes, they do. This is like real-time-ish. There's still global cooldowns. But I think, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure global cooldowns can even be lessened by stats. So it's not really global cooldown, it's like a character cooldown. But you can actually lower it based on what you have equipped. Okay, yeah, Jolly Sadness, thank you. I don't know too much about the high end of the statistical systems. Oh, skill speed, okay, no. I never got to the point where I was that much in the weeds on like gear and stats. Despite being largely in-game around 2.0. But yeah, Angel Chaos 14 has extremely good music. The music, the art design of the bosses, and mostly just the crazy-ass visuals that they put in their raid fights are the reason it's such a good motivator to keep playing this game and stay current on the content. Hello, 1 ball, 2 sacks.
This, and that, and this!
Good to see ya. So now they're teaching you of like, hey, if there's an AoE, maybe, or like a field-wide AoE, maybe stand in a healing bubble. it'll cancel it out.
Gloves are off.
Music came with 5.2 or bangers. Yeah, this is a really good rendition of the Shadowbringers theme. They're also kind of teaching you about like trash mobs that don't matter. The AI's like, don't fight the slimes. They don't do anything. Which is weird because sometimes trash mobs do have a mechanic. So, especially as a healer, trash mobs are a problem. I've talked about this before, but this game treats overheals with double aggro. So if you overheal, any new mobs that spawn will attack you instantly, which creates problems for the tank and for everything, really. It can interrupt your casts, which is why it's tricky to have heal over time up on everyone all the time, because then, once they're at full health, all of those healing ticks that keep hitting will stack up aggro on you super fast. Outer Worlds thoughts? I haven't played it. I'm hoping to get to it once I finish Witcher 3, but... Would you recommend 14? Yes. How hard is it for a newbie to hop into it? That is going to be hard for me to say. I played it when it was 2.0 way back when.
The magics have returned us. How polite.
It seems...
Now, what have we learned?
It seems like people that got interested in it around Shadowbringers say that
We were bound to run into a living statue
the
eventually.
2.0 content is kind of rough to get
Now
through.
we can open the door.
But you can level skip. You can skip right up to new content. Yeah, I played Lunar, Silver Star Story. It was okay. I don't really get why it was such a big deal. I guess it was all because Working Designs was dedicated to being as Japanese as possible with the packaging of that game. But it was pretty good. Outer Worlds is better than Fallout 4, but still kind of boring overall. Okay.
He who would disturb a hero's deserved slumber.
Can get through Realm Reborn, stopped at level 43. Yeah. I think I get it. I mean, the content was just fine when I played it back in 2013, but yeah, I imagine now it's not that great.
A tomb, just as I thought.
Just like playing older WoW content is like,
hero.
whoa, this stuff is rough.
She is Vis. Could it be the Archmage Tiuna? A legendary hero of Ronka, as you surmised. The tales tell of how she smote entire armies with a single incantation.
Is it giving donate I'm doing?
So
Seems to be not
potent was
working.
her spellcraft.
I don't see it showing up on the...
In the name of peace.
I don't see it showing up on the activity ticker.
I thought them no more than tales.
Is it taking your money, Marcus?
I think she really existed.
Because if it is, then we got a problem.
Well, I for one always believed.
Good for you.
I wonder.
Is it still on the Ardbert arc? Not really, no.
Light of fallen stars.
They kind of decided that they were good leaving reconnaissance of Ardbert to another character, and then they went to go take care of this stuff.
It is said she could see truths long lost. And hear the voices of
Testy
men's
Statue.
hearts.
Thanks for the sub. Okay, main problem is combat. I tried playing Monk for
Not
faster
less
attacks,
than
but it
the
wasn't as
Echo.
engaged as I would have liked.
In which case, none of this is mere coincidence.
Yeah, I've never played DPS, so I don't really know how that works out.
A shower of stars setting the sky aflame. And in both this world and the Source, we find individuals within whom a mysterious
Am I liking the patch so
power
far?
awakened at the sight.
I haven't done a whole lot of it yet, but I'm excited to crack into it.
I believe we might.
I really want to do Ruby Weapon, but I'm not high enough item level.
Does the scene depicted here not resemble the one we saw when we first ventured into the Katana Realm?
Caucasian Thunder.
Moreover,
Thank you so much for the
does it
Prime
not
sub.
recall that which Emmett Selk invited us to witness in Amon?
Oh, God bless custom characters. Thoughts on Diablo 4? I hope it's good. I don't know if we're on Blizzard time right now, but I won't think a whole lot more about it until, what? I'm going to say 2022? Maybe 2021?
As the Exarch's research suggests, soul and mind share a fragile yet profound bond. Might it not be possible for an event to leave such a deep imprint upon the soul that it could be perceived eons later, given a suitable trigger?
Is this game fun to play solo? That's a pretty loaded question.
The Echo defies explanation.
You can play it solo, and I think it's
Or shall
fun.
we say modern etherological theory?
But
if it is a power,
you gotta have an appetite for
the
JRPGs.
soul's yet undivided.
Just like spamming the same rotation of attacks. It's like WoW combat when you're questing, basically.
It would seem I have entered the realm of pure speculation.
But
and I call myself a scholar.
The boss fights and raids and endgame content are where it really excels above gameplay-wise. But yeah, Theseus Ruby Weapon is one of the raids in the new patch.
Still, I cannot choose but be reminded of our experience in Amarot.
It's better to play with people? Yeah. Like most games, it's just better when you have human beings you can chat with. Because a lot of questing, I mean, especially in Realm Reborn content, you're going to be spending a lot of downtime just killing a lot of monsters, so it's nice to have people to just chat with. Then you must recall Emmett Selk's dying request. That's my Potato Man's voice, just by the way. What's the current topic of discussion? Mostly just 14. How newbie friendly it might be. Final Fantasy 14. Is that an Ascian? You met your ex-girlfriend on Final Fantasy 14? Nice.
Not lived.
I know a lot of people that have formed some pretty deep relationships, romantic and otherwise, because of this game. I guess that's most MMOs though.
This place. But we are mindful of what our mothers taught us.
Why don't you like WoW? I like WoW just fine.
We see the past through our own eyes.
I never really got into the lore of WoW.
With our own words. Thus do we come to understand
but I think
it in our own way.
It can't really be overstated how revolutionary that game was. The way it organized content and made like the level curve really awesome.
Your mothers were wise.
So no, I played a lot of Wrath of the Lich King and a lot of Cataclysm and Mists of
Our impressions
Pandaria.
cannot fail to be colored by our own experiences and expectations. Those who live
I just haven't gotten back into it. 14 fulfills all of my MMO needs. Rye Bread Gaming, thank you so much for the resub.
We must bear in mind that it is no simple matter to keep the truth alive, or it will die with Emmett Selk and his kin.
Pandas. Hello, Cadalorian? Caldalorian, there
We
we
have
go.
disturbed Tuna long enough. Fana will serve similarly well as a venue for our contemplations.
When I think of WoW, Athene wins in his videos is what I remember. There was an episode of a VG Culture show on G4 about a dude who got a girlfriend through The Sims 2 somehow. 10-year-old me thought that was rad. Because that is rad. Yeah, I'm not sure why I'm here. I don't remember actually the action that led to me coming here and taking a little archaeological tour. Alright. Cool. Oh, I guess there was, yeah, it was a tomb of an Ascian. I guess that's slightly related then. What the hell is that? That dude just had like a chill pod. That was like a speedboat. Damn it, he's gone. Slitherbow, cool. Guy from my hometown met his wife on Farmville, where she lived while she lived in Brazil. They dated over a year before meeting each other for the first time. Ah, that's so adorable. I love it. I love that stuff. I love noting the little ways that just the internet and being electronically connected produces wonderful human stories. People finding each other that like never in a million years would they have probably ever found each other without that tool, that like central nervous system connecting all of mankind. It's so great. Oh yeah, we got big lion boys, big thick lion mans. Well, wake up, furries, in case the bunny girls and Ishtola didn't do it for you. We got some thick lion mans. What's up, B-Dub? Are we... Man, top to bottom. Went from talking about how some ancient god race might be back inhabiting the body of an old warrior. Now I have to sweep out this lady's room. On the other side, you have 4chaners teaming up to troll Shia LaBeouf, which is beautiful in its own way. But yeah, it's the capacity of people to organize and connect is a pretty amazing thing. It can move mountains, and it can also, you know, be like, whoopsie, Nazis are back. That's a whoopsie. Oops. Well, I guess they never went anywhere, but now they have solidarity. Take the broom to Ishtola. All right. About to eat a disgusting amount of greasy food and watch some 14. Hell yeah, B-Dub! What did you get? What kind of food? You're talking about grease stuff. I want to live vicariously through you right now. I'm trying to get Henry Cavill shredded, so I can't. You guys talked about Project Melody. No, but we should. Ah, that's a really good idea. I think we got a different sort of itinerary lined up for this week, though. Round table pizza? Nice. Ugh. There's a stuffed crust frozen pizza in my freezer, and I see it every time I go to get ice. And I'm like... It's kind of nice just looking at it. Oh, it did! Marcus Jace. I don't know if you saw the... hold on a second. I don't know if you saw the alert, but I'll hit it again. Let's see here. Hopefully this works. Anyways, wishing you nothing but positive, man. I hope life is treating you well. Life's treating me very, very well. Thank you so much for the generous donation. Appreciate that. At least that one's not broken, right? I get... Oh, this music. I remember this. Algao Comics, thanks for the resub. I don't remember what this is from. I think this is just 14. Tracking flight patterns to find a flag, then honking a horn to find the webcam. How recently did that happen? Yeah, I'm glad it did too, Marcus. Appreciate you sticking with it. Oh! It became a cuter broom. Oh yeah, I thought it was a while ago. He's really impressive. This boy crushes a round table pizza or two in his time. It's ooh size. Boy, it really is. Aw. I forgot she was hanging out there. Some of my best mates playing Red Dead Redemption on PS3. Now we all meet up regularly for drinks. Even their kids, as they grew up, joined us too. Gaming is awesome. Man, gaming is awesome. Thank you, Whisper Plays Wisp. Oh, thank you, Nico. Yeah, I miss it too, but it's been nice to take a break and sort of shift gears a little bit. It won't be too much longer now before some of the other stuff I've got in the oven starts to get ready to talk about. Plans are moving forward, seems like. Yeah, debrief us on Ardbert. Oh, thank you, Whisper. Yeah, no, my current endeavors are great. I mean, here it is, 6 o'clock, and I'm staring at some big-ass animes, so I am snug as a bug in a rug. Exactly, Whisperer. Living that dream. Hey, reached that far. Welcome. Good to see you again. How does anime rate on the anime scale? It's well, there's no fan service of any kind really, but it does get a little anime wacky sometimes. I think the Hildebrand side quests are probably peak anime, so it's pretty up there. I think it's more the density of anime. Sometimes it gets super anime, sometimes it's not very anime at all. So it kind of averages out to be around the middle of the bell curve. But at its height, it is extremely anime. Which, you know, only agrees with my sensibilities. It is crazy to me that, like, it still has this stuff of just, like, you can almost see it in your head of, like, the 8 or 16-bit puppet show of sprites just, you know, text boxing at each other. It's basically the exact same thing. It is a very old school kind of storytelling method, which is itself very spiritually accurate to Final Fantasy all the way up to, I mean, I guess 15? Hold on. Spotzelsberger? Thank you so much for the Prime sub. The character looks like a potato baby Fred Durst. Exactly. Exactly right. I don't know if there's like a red backwards ball cap that I could glamour for him, but I really wish I could. It's weird they don't have text scrolling noise. That's more of a Dragon Quest thing, isn't it? I don't know that Final Fantasy ever had that. I don't know that Final Fantasies ever did that, but I could be misremembering. The older ones did? Oh, okay. Oh, like the NES ones? It's been a long time since I played any of those. There it is. Does anyone in chat have those emotes? I've seen some lahis around. There's Sin Eater. Because Ardbert killed this one too. You better not change the music, damn it. I changed the music.
If you were hoping to vent your frustrations on our Issa friend here, I can only apologize.
Few as they are now, it took us no time at all to track it down.
I got a question. Are you planning on doing your own review content in the near future? I was enjoyed hearing your views.
Now we need to only wait for Ardbert to arrive.
Yes. It's just there haven't been many big releases in the gap between me leaving Funhouse and right now. So
we were and are.
Yeah, come March,
we can hardly ignore the rest.
Hoping to do more review content.
So we thought we might see how things were coming along. From what we can gather, the answer is strangely.
Right now,
Dr. Full House.
Do more good here.
It is heartening to have all.
Yeah, I've spent enough time away from Whataburger that I can kind of recognize more empirically the quality of its food.
We will be glad of the additional.
I like the fries just because they're extremely salty. Actually, most things at Whataburger are extremely salty, which is why I like it.
Warriors come.
Honey butter chicken biscuit is the good shit. The patty melts are pretty good. The normal burgers are pretty good too. It's just I've never been a fan of mustard, so.
It seems I've lost this
If you get the burgers with like bacon and ketchup, they're pretty solid. Hello, meatless tacos.
Although I suppose
Hello.
it's only fair.
Fries are mostly casing,
When we first
barely any
met, it
potato.
was
I guess
who
that's true.
outpaced you. Ravana, was
They're
it?
just salt straws. Imagine to do a guest appearance on Dude Soup in the future with the old crew. I don't know. I don't see a lot of reason to.
Where are my manners?
Not up to me.
I wouldn't be here were it not for you, and I have yet to say a word of thanks.
Oh, thank you, Fraser. Thank you for watching the YouTube video. I had a lot of fun making it. It's just YouTube monetization being what it is, man. It wasn't super worth the time. Like, now that I'm self-employed, I have to kind of keep a closer eye on what I'm doing with like my work day and the amount of revenue that it brings in. And man, YouTube is just, it's tough. I will extend a friendly fist. Behold my fist of friendship. Pound it out, brother. Pound me if you dare.
I'm giving you trouble? You should have it examined.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know that we bro pound. Hey, Bill Pax, thanks for the resub. Thank you for the Bezo bucks. Indeed, Ardbert. Darth Cinnabon, thanks for the Prime sub.
Very well.
Oh, okay.
Let us forego this pretense.
At least they didn't draw it out. You know, I appreciate that.
After all, it was never you that I needed to deceive.
Self-cringed to death. Ah, he's an Ascian, alright. Nickel G, thank you for the resub. Came to see Potato Man?
It is I. Elizabeth.
Okay.
Through your time in Emet-Selk's imitation of our home, I dare say you have gained a better understanding of my role since last we met. Not that it matters.
For whoever was asking how anime this game is, you should be scribbling down some notes right now.
We understand your role, emissary, but not your goal. What is it that you seek to achieve?
I seek to enact the will of the Convocation, of course. If it helps you to think of me as but another Ascian, no different in nature or purpose from the rest, you are welcome to do so.
I just want to drop in and say hi. Can't stay. Too busy doing the raid. Don't want to spoil the MSQ. Okay. I appreciate all that. Good luck with the raid.
Now I understand that you fight for something you love.
I can't do it yet.
Just as we do.
I'll get there, though. I'll do my roulettes.
Yet though we seem doomed to clash, I bid you consider Emet-Selk's final words. Remember that we once lived, he said. Had he not seen some glimmer of hope in our kind, I do not believe he would have spoken thus.
Well, I mean, he was getting his ass kicked, so what else was he gonna say?
None better understood your plight than he. His words must surely be worthy of your consideration.
I like this change in temperature, though. Chat's usually horny for horny things. Now you guys are horny for burgers. Our chat is one that...
How very unlike you to err so gravely.
Our chat is one that craves carnal desires around the clock, pretty much.
That one should stray at the end of so onerous a path is understandable. But I had thought you above such weakness. Mayhap you thought the same. Would that I had been present to offer correction. But I shall do so now, as is my duty, and return all to its proper course. As for you, look at yourselves. Look at your history. Look back 100 short years to how your greatest warriors were undone. And now, at but a word from me, you raise your hands in answer like the puppets you are.
Good dick.
Naught has changed.
Yeah, I see, y'all ain't shit.
You fail, and you fail, and you learn nothing. Allow that which is most important to slip through your fumbling fingers like so many grains of sand, again and again and again, and you would remember us. You do forget yourselves.
Can't stand this archaic ass English. I mean, he is from like an ancient race, so it's not. To some degree, it is there for effect, but
there is no common ground to be found between you and I. Nor do I require any.
There are characters who
I have my duty.
Talk a little more contemporarily.
Wait.
His voice is beautiful, though. Oh my gosh. Oh, Hannah Rose, thank you for gifting a sub. Appreciate that. And he's gone. Gone to go cause more anime hijinks.
Well, we have confirmed the identity of our foe at least. And 'tis safe to say his objective is the rejoining.
Yeah, big ASMR
Still
vibes.
have no idea how playing the part of a warrior of light will further his cause, nor why he would spur others to do the same.
I wonder how this works in the Japanese dub. Do they speak old school Japanese? That's a good question. They
Another visit to the Tempest may shed some light upon these mysteries.
I think there's a lot of flex that happens to Japanese dialect and inflection.
Whether we are to exchange words or blows with Elizabeth,
surely there has to be like a more
the
ancient
fact remains, we know too little.
dialect.
Ere our paths cross again, I would learn more of the world that once was, and of Elidibus himself. In this, we would be best served going directly to his home, much as Emmett Selk came to ours.
Oh, we're going back to the...
I see the wisdom in thy suggestion. The Amarot we visited is but a phantom born of Emmett Selk's memory. I fear it will teach us little.
This game costs money on a monthly basis. Akira the Great, it does. Yeah.
I quite agree. Yet the ruins of the actual city remain unexplored.
Probably uses words in Japanese referring to them as
Given
kids.
the vastness of the Tempest,
Insulting. Yeah,
I
maybe.
should not be surprised were there more such structures like to those in which the Ondo reside.
If there's aught to be learned, I want to know. Well, if you only have one character, it's less, $10 instead of 15. There's little reason to have more than one character per server.
We are all in agreement, then I suggest we first.
I think that's the plan I'm on. I only have one character.
Can tell us where more ruins are to be found. It is them.
The job system is nice because it does collect everything into one character. And it was just getting to the cool part of the song, too. There's my Lahi. For the stream, it really helps time pass. I'm gonna try to sleep a little early. I've been staying up past midnight most of the week. Oh, Lazy Red. I am intimately familiar with that cycle. Waking up, feeling like crap, being tired all day, being like, no, tonight I'm gonna remember. And then I'll get home and start playing video games and be like, ah, I can stay for 3 more hours, it's fine. I only need 4 hours of sleep. Oh yeah, the Fishmen's. Another kind of classic Final Fantasy trope is going to various like magical races. There are tons of them in 14. Little side plots with Turtle Mans and Fish Mans and Bird Mans and Fairy Mans. A lot of mans. Good night, Lazy Red. Hopefully you sleep well. And that'll help you sleep a big chug of G Fuel. Which, it's not sponsoring my stream yet. So, don't drink it yet. Nobody buy it yet. 15's multiplayer is free. It's completely different to this. If you want to, if a sub-based game isn't your thing, it might be worth looking into. Yeah, 15's multiplayer is really fun. It reminds me a lot of Mass Effect 3's multiplayer. Yep. Bismarck references. I do appreciate that they found a way to like recontextualize summons as primals and bring back a lot of the classic Final Fantasy summons as bosses in that way. Marcus J, thank you for the sub. Game Attack just got sponsored by G Fuel this week. If you have to buy it, they'd appreciate the referral. That's true. I gotta keep all that G Fuel money myself. Blah. Thank you for the donation and the sub, Marcus. One good turn and all that. Oh, Potato Man. You really are the best of all of us. Is this the dungeon? When will you dye your hair like a real e-boy? I think I'm JavaScript a real programming language? No. Because it has script in the title. It's a scripting language. Get out of here. Wamo, do you have to compile JavaScript? No. Uh-oh. I didn't know Fat Chocobo had his own fat theme song. Of course. It's just like big old tubas. It's the instrument of fat things. But yeah, how would I... God, how would I... If I were to even dye my hair, what would I do? I think like a blue streak. Like if you have dark hair, you only have so many options. Yeah, the real e-boy thing is to just go platinum blonde, right? Google bans on fast food and trends that they want to get rid of drive-thrus. I like for the environment. I get it, but what about the rich people and their private jets and big companies and... Yeah. I don't know, Amachan, like... First of all, you're just gonna have to deal with the fact that, yeah, rich people get to do what they want. But second of all, it's like... I don't know. I feel like... Everyone that pollutes is always gonna be able to say, but what about them? And that's gonna be the case forever. And that's not how anything changes, so... Even if other people get to keep doing it, it's still kind of on all of us to change what we do. Even if no one else does. Just dress into your hair like whatever Porter Robinson is doing. That's solid advice, actually. Okay. Never been down here before. Okay. Yeah. Alana's the complete package. Because e-boys and e-girls, like, they're gaming adjacent, but they're not really about the games, you know? I feel like that doesn't apply to somebody who actually, yes, only cares about playing as many games as possible. I feel like I'm more of an e-boy than Alana is. Because I enjoy being a Twitch millionaire, as you can see. Anon, were you suggesting highlights for my hair, or are you just pointing out that your message is highlighted? Raw wheat is unpleasantly pointy. That is a great phrase. Am I supposed to use something on this? Revive the Mineri livers from the Founder's floor. Okay, there's different clammy casks. Ah, your message is highlighted, it's true. Shove our hands in that clammy cask. On a cursory sniff, you detect the faint aroma of fresh oranges, a far cry from the rather memorable scent of Mineri liver? Okay, I guess that's what I'm here to do. You guys are doing a wonderful job highlighting those messages. Congratulations. A bedraggled box. I like my boxes extra bedraggled. Assorted vegetables? Liver is not a vegetable? Not yet, anyway. Yeah, gotta save your points for Witcher stream now, remember. Chunky Geralt ain't gonna chunk himself. I'm wondering, like, you guys want to talk about e-boy moves. Maybe I should put a little scrolling message on the bottom of Witcher stream saying that you can cheer bits to remove Geralt's shirt. That's some real e-boy shit. You seem nice in real life? I try to be Taco, but there's sometimes I don't act the way I would like. Yes. Livers were contained in the bulbous bag. Sometimes I do the dishes for Stephanie, though. I'm gonna trot that out. Yeah, you can't be 100% on 100% of the time. It's true. The way I make myself okay with that is when I do realize that I've done something wrong, I do try to apologize for it and try to make good. Oh, Wamo? Did we interact at QuakeCon? God, what a wonderful experience that was. Oh, I'd be like Geralt's pimp. Yes, finally. I wish, maybe through console commands. I wonder if you can activate or deactivate mods while you're playing. Well, like Steam Boy is just flying there. Because it would be amazing to, like, because I have Donut Geralt, but then I also have another mod that's it's literally called Geralt on steroids, and then there's also the Henry Cavill body mod. It would be awesome if, like, somebody cheered or used points to take a shirt off, and then I could randomize which body you saw. Fathom. Or Fathom? Thank you so much for the Prime sub. I need to... You don't even look like you're in this game. Looks like Lady from Devil May Cry 3. Is that a bow? Bow's just a giant serpent. Wow, that is a bow. Damn. That is some intense, Final Fantasy-ass gear. God, the dancers look so cool in this game. You're just wearing a skirt? Oh! Oh my. Don't look. Chat. There's no candle cam to distract your horny eyes. You'll just have to pretend. That's a cool outfit. I get so distracted every time I go to a gathering of NPCs. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that on the other side. She's in lounge attire. Why'd the music cut off? Oh, I guess there was a turnabout. Oh! Evil fishmans are about to invade? No! I guess this is the side plot? The side plot to the side plot? Is the fish dude naked, or is that some sort of fishman clothing? He seems to have like a bone bikini on. So, I mean, you can't see his fish donger, but it might be, like, hidden away somewhere. I don't remember what that little crown means next to people's names. Oh boy, time to listen to Uriangier talk. Got some words for me? Though our cause hath been decided, to pursue it we must needs beseech the aid of a friend. God damn it, Uriangier. Uriangier. I shouldn't. Sometimes people just use big words. Maybe it's not his fault. Okay. Sullen. Where the hell is Sullen? Oh boy. Oof. Nice. Weed. Sick. Fucking dank, bro. Oh, it said fort job, and I was like, foot job? We got weed and foot jobs? What the hell's going on with this game? Oh, you lost the plot? Some evil fish thing is about to lay a bunch of eggs and invade the good fishmen. So, now I gotta go stop that from happening so that the good fishmans don't lose their home, something, don't get invaded. Yeah, there's a lot of kinky shit here. The belt. Damp soul. It's all sex related. All of it. Every last clear melt. Your dude even give foot jobs so tiny? I've seen beings of equivalent size deliver foot jobs in various forms of media, so yes, I think it's entirely possible. Alright, horny chat is back. Wasn't my intent. Think about food again, guys. Actually, wait, no, horniness. Being horny won't give you diabetes. You give pole jobs? Aw. Learn how to pole dance on a dick. Oh, do we have an anime goof happening? I think he might fall in the water. Then he might have a fish on his head when he comes back out. Being horny won't give you diabetes. Can we have that on a shirt? Huh. I need to figure out how to make shirts in the first place. Haven't really gotten my merch line off the ground yet. I don't know. That's all time that could be spent playing video games, you know? Alright. You did it. Now he's gonna fall in? Because that's extra funny? Make a technically Asian shirt before that? You need a sweatshop in a foreign country? I mean, are there any clothes that aren't made in sweatshops in foreign countries? I can't tell if that's actually racially insensitive. Uh-oh. He got a vision of some magic shit or something. Oh yeah, you have this on PS4, Divine Pathos? I think you might, if it's been a minute, you might need to buy it again to catch up on expansions. Or just play through the content you already have that you may not have finished. This is the wacky anime music. There are clothes that are not made in sweatshops, they're just more expensive. Oh, fuck that then. Do I look like some kind of normal boy? No, I'm an e-boy. I sell merch for the maximum amount of money. You're gonna get like a cardboard box with Lawrence spray painted on it. Just the word Lawrence, and that's gonna be the shirt. You're gonna have to tape it together yourself. So, there you go. Deal with it. And it's gonna come from China, and it's gonna be made by little baby hands. Actually, China's too expensive. Malaysia. Just got a shield today. I've been having a blast loading up with emulators. Perfect Dark Control's so terrible. Yeah. I haven't really gone buck wild with my shield. The irony is that I can just stream emulators from my PC. So essentially I use my Shield TV as purely just a way to bring my PC over to the living room. Not even Lawrence, just a massive L on the shirt. Oh, that's a really good idea. God, you guys are filled with good ideas. I was actually streaming Battletoads off my PC over there, which makes no sense because I have an Xbox and I own Battletoads, but that was how I was playing it. Still couldn't get past Fire Zone though. But my plan is to play that until I can beat it and then just stream it once and kind of show off that I can actually finish it. I gotta use the restroom again. I'll be right back, guys. Hey everyone. Hey, Alfred Hitchcock. My night's going pretty good. Got some new animes, always a good time. Always a good time when there's new animes. Got drunk and laid. Fuck yeah, Namai. You're having a great night. Oh, that makes me wanna hard seltz, but it's been like only 4 days since I drank, so gotta spread it out a little more. Okay. I gotta clean off Bismarck. Gotta scrape off all these barnacles growing on him. I accidentally spent $10 on a cider and it ain't even that good. Rip. Just pour a shot in it and then drink it like it's medicine. Do you do drunk streams? I mean, I have drank on stream. I think probably my birthday was the last time I got pretty drunk on stream, but I will be doing one for Doom Eternal. For sure. Emailed you about merch? Oh, okay. Design tees and even plushes? Cool. Thank you. I'll look over it. I'm not, Amy, I'll be honest, I'm not in a huge hurry to kick any of that up, because I feel like that's going to be a significant amount of work, and if I'm being honest, I feel like I'll sell maybe like 10 shirts, maybe? So, I feel like it's going to be... That would be something that I just do as a vanity project more than anything else. We'll see, Jerry. I believe that you were there all along, and I appreciate you. You actually want me to go under? Sploosh. Sploosh. Oh yeah. Alright, fair. They are actually barnacles. Okay. Alright, Dr. Phillips, you gotta head out? Cool. Thanks for watching. Yeah, classic underwater level. Gotta dismantle these bombs. Luckily there's no breath meter in 14. Or at least there used to be, right? But you got some kind of magical scale. Also look at his tiny little feet. Look at his tiny feet kicking around in there. He's trying to swim. What? A person is riding in a carriage held by little mudkip men's. Okay, sure. Sure, yep. Like getting paid. Hell yeah. That's what life's all about. Drain the balls and fill the pockets. There we go. Okay. Sometimes I wonder, like, what's the game design meeting where they're like, and then they will get on top of a giant whale. But first they will have to scrape barnacles off the side. And then they will go back on the whale, and the game will continue. It's just... I wonder if it's like they feel like they have to punctuate narrative with some kind of task that you actually do with buttons. Even if it is a small side task. Yeah, Seaboog. I've been playing Final Fantasy XIV for a long time. Never heard of Final Fantasy before I played Smash, then I watched my friend play some of the games and they are all confusing to me. Yeah, they're not really games that you can really get a hold on just by watching an hour here and there. It's interesting that Smash Brothers was your first introduction to the series, though. Most people bounce off of it one way or another. Hello, Salty Splatoon Squad. It's going pretty well. Oh, that's how you feel about the Fast and Furious series? Yeah, that series is getting a little out of control. So much escalation all the time. Crispy Tuesday, thanks for the resub. Weird, okay. You could be transported into any anime and live out the remainder of your days, what would it be? I feel like I would need to find an anime where immortality is like an attainable thing. So, out of that group, I would find the anime that's most agreeable to my constitution and then be like, no, I'm gonna live as anime forever. Omega, that's not quite the deal. Most Final Fantasies are independent and they stand on their own. Between the games, it's only just weird references. Yes, ma'am! How many more Fast and Furious movies do they think they're gonna make? They're gonna keep making them until they stop earning money. So, I don't know if I can decide when that's gonna happen. Notorious Spy, welcome. Hello. Yeah, they're doing spin-offs now, so we're only entering like phase 2 of the Fast and Furious franchise and its box office run. Normies will always like fast cars, yeah. They're going till 10 and that's it? I mean, maybe with Vin Diesel, but I can't believe for a second they're just gonna stop, even if that series is making money. They'll do spin-offs and they'll like... I'm sure they'll keep adding in cycling out new leads and things like that. Will you please play the new Fast and Furious game when it comes out? Of course. Of course, Solo Samurai. Oh, we're gonna fish? What the... I don't know what's happening. Yeah, they're making a kids show. They're definitely just going nuts with it. Can you join my company? It's not my company, so I can't really say for sure. What you can do is join the old fellowship. Lars Potatars. Oh, it's actually got a good number of people now. That'll probably make it pretty easy to join or to party up if we're doing dungeons and stuff. Here, I'll just I'll leave the name. I'll leave the name up for a minute in case you need to find it. That's actually really tiny text. Hopefully that's readable. Oh, you're patching? No. I was worried there might actually be some action, but it looks like these guys are taking care of it before I got there. Bizarre music? You mean this or the blustering chocobo theme? This guy's name? Theiler? It's probably just pronounced Tyler, but... Theiler. Oh, the mount music? Yeah. And that's why I disabled it. So some mounts have specific music that goes along with the mount. That Chocobo one is real intense. It's just like a huge explosion of brass. Which is pretty jarring if you're like listening to a really mellow night theme in a city and then you put that on, it's like BANG! I remember you, the excitable one! Fast and Furious 14, Fast and Furious expansion. I mean, they added the car from 15, so they have cars now. There's no reason they can't add all of the cars from Fast and Furious. I mean, they got, what is it, like Lexuses in Mario Kart? Mercedes, okay, thank you. Forgot. It's still so weird. Okay. I think Determination is good. Determination used to be a PvP only stat, but I think it affects crit rate now? I don't remember. Let me see. Yeah. Affects the amount of damage dealt by both physical magic attacks as well as the amount of HP restored by healing. Okay, yeah, Determination is pretty important. Pretty important. Built up my Geralt fund. Now I wait. Oh, nice. Yeah. Probably be back on Witcher 3 tomorrow. Was my first Final Fantasy, so I enjoyed it a lot, but I understand why bigger fans didn't. I really, really liked it too. But I guess, even still, I also kind of get why maybe people didn't like it so much. I think it, yeah, the ending was a big bummer. Yeah. There's the sick regalia. It's got the music. Of course it does. Cindy's theme, I think. Stupid, like, nun habit is trailing in the wind. He's gonna go find Eorzea's best diners, drive-ins, and dives. Oh, man. That's so good. Yeah, there's cars, a pheasant, and it sits 3 other like player characters, so you can actually ride around with your bros in it. It's pretty great. The split hull, where is that? Okay. Shit. Brag. An angry tree. Let's go eat some garbage can nachos at Guy Fieri's restaurant. Oh man. I have not gone to a Guy Fieri restaurant, but I really need to. Do they have one in Vegas? Oh, this guy does have music. Weird. I like when a Lalafell rides on this, he just flattens out on the top, just holding on. Ugh, too tiny. There's a figure around the bay. Okay. Getting a little too tipsy for chat. Alright. Well, thanks for watching. Drink some water and have a really good night. What am I looking at? I don't know. Oh, eyeball man. Trash can nachos? Oh, well, I gotta click on that. Oh, wow. Huh. It's like a cylinder of nachos. I guess that ensures that you get a good distribution of nachos to topping the whole way down. Rubbery to you, thank you. You ever had horchata? And if so, what are your thoughts on it? Yeah, dude, horchata's delicious. I can't have it a whole lot though, because it is, you know, it's obviously very sugary. But it's, man, it's very comforting. It's like 20 Mexican pizzas. Hell yeah, dude. Okay, got the dungeon. Finally. The, Anamnesis and Anider? Good lord. I'm gonna take a quick break to get some water before I get back to it. Have you ever played Elder Scrolls Online? I tried it for a couple of hours. It felt like Skyrim. I was like, it was good enough, but I'm already playing 14. So I'll be right back, guys.
Beautiful, yet sturdy enough to use over and
It's
over.
time for action. Time for dungeon. This thing. Ooh. Allegan Tombstone of Allegory. There's a new currency. Okay, cool. Phantasmagoria, I guess, ranked down in the amount you get now, so it should be a lot easier to get the currency I need. Give me that Instapop. Give me that healer wait time. Come on now. I love Daddy Regis. Yeah, so I guess I should take that back. Yeah, you guys are talking about, what is it, Kingsglaive? So Regis is actually a really cool character, and his motivation as established through Kingsglaive is super amazing. It's just interesting because Noctis doesn't know about it at all, which kind of like plays into the tragedy of it, and also why Noctis is kind of a little shit. But man, Luna is a non-character. Gosh, I don't understand why did 15 waste any time on the love story when like it wasn't established well or paid off at all. Blech. Blech. The beats where, like, the bros were interacting was pretty solid. I don't even know why Luna was in the game. She did nothing. She's, like, the most regressive form of, like, princess. Of, what is that? Damsel. All she did was sit there. Yeah, her stupid-ass journal. Ooh. Come on, let's go. Uh-oh. I'm not the tank. Tank, wake up. Ooh, this music though. I like this. She did save that one city when the water summon was attacking. Insomnia? Man, I don't remember that at all. Whoop, we're still going. Altissa. This music is a real solid bop. Damn. I don't know, it's a bummer because I thought the world and the rules and the context of 15 were all super cool, but in the game you don't really see any of that because you're basically in exile the whole time, which is a great setup for a game and a narrative, but it's like, oh, fishies. God, that has got to be murdering Twitch encoding. Slayer of bitrates. This is a really cool, like a Disney ride or something. Oh, what is that? Oh, okay. Rocks falling now? Yep. I'm guessing there's going to be a reason to hide behind one of these bad boys. Oh, wait. No, they're enemies. Oh, they're anemones. Man, this music is ace. It's interesting to have a dungeon that is just a series of, like, smaller enemy encounters. Oh, I mean, I guess that's all any dungeon is. Groups of enemies and then a mini-boss and then groups of enemies, so... I guess this is the same thing, you just don't have to walk anywhere. It does the walking for you. That's way bigger than I thought! Oh, Bad G Gamer, thank you for the raid. Although, Rubber, now that I'm looking over and reading your message again, when you say inspiring, like, so you mentioned playing the games I love. It's an interesting thing to note because I do feel like my growth on Twitch has been pretty slow because I'm not targeting growth. I do feel like to some degree I am kind of losing out on opportunity by playing the games that I care about, but I have the liberty of doing that right now because I saved up some money. And I got a pretty big burst of generosity from people when leaving Rooster Teeth, so... I think if I were to do this for a year, I wouldn't be able to get by on that anymore. I have to be a lot more, I think, targeted about what I play and when. Oh, okay. We made it. Can you post a link to my face? I'm gonna say yes. It's a Discord capture. That's concerning me now. I don't think anyone has untoward photos of me. Even if I'm not entirely sure about what you're describing. Oh. What's this dial? What's happening? Why are you rotating? What is that? What does that mean? Is he gonna charge in a direction? Oh. Oh, okay, and he shoots a laser. Okay. So you can't... Got it. Oh, he got hit by both. Fuck. people who are true fans will stick around? Yeah, that's true. Very super blessed to have that. People who actually like me enough to just watch me do whatever. That's intense. Oh, was your stream paused on the worst possible timing? Gotcha. Oh yeah, well, go for it. That sounds fun. Fuck! Oh wait, no, it moved! Ooh! I panicked. This is a pretty cool rendition of the Shadowbringers theme. Unknown. I guess they're both unknowns. There's two. I am so glad that they remixed the boss theme. I was getting kind of tired of hearing it, as much as I like it. This is very nice. Oh yeah, the Hades theme is one of my favorite video game tracks of I want to say the last like 5 years. I mean, I hate to keep bringing it up, but Undertale had an I'm trying to think of the word. It's like one of the like top 20 of all time soundtracks. But some of the tracks in Shadowbringers are on that level. Ooh, a bracelet of yes. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's been so long since I've gotten like better gear just in a dungeon in a chest. Wait, shit. Oh, that's right, there's a button for this. Sick. Oh, welcome back, Anon. It was rough without you, but we tried our best. Shit. Okay. God damn, dude. He's taking some hits. I just used all my instants. Okay. Whew. One of those moments that makes a healer pucker up a little bit. No one takes a nap on my watch. We're all staying awake. Ah, shit. Ah, fuck. He's going. Okay. Alright. Death Stranding, a truck fell down a mountain and blew up. That's a pretty stressful moment, huh? Oops. Well, whatever. I know that feeling, though. Been there. Hopefully it was just wasn't a big stressful delivery. I've had some wacky shit happen when I was just doing optional missions. It's just like, yeah, whatever. I guess they don't get their comic books today. The music in this patch is really good. There's some like swing jazz going on. I'm in an underground temple fighting fishmans. Yeah, there ain't no fishmans.
Fishmans like jazz?
I guess so.
We got grooves.
haven't done the trial. I'm not item leveled enough for it. They won't let me. It's a good order to do that in. Alright. Delightful. What a great day. That's blue. I don't like that. Oh! Okay, if it's in that order. How did I eat both of those? Crazy Eye Carl, thanks for the resub. Totally not a dog on a computer. Thanks for the resub. Thank you for... Well, even though you're definitely not a dog on a computer, I appreciate your computer literacy. That enables you to find your way to the sub button. Appreciate you a lot. Nice, no one put Danny DeVito into a game yet. That's a really good question. Psychotic Snake. Thank you for the Prime sub. I'm trying to think of the most Danny DeVito-esque video game characters. It's actually not that easy. God, this is gonna take a lot of my attention now. I'm Brockman. No, this is Orange Vanilla Coke Zero. Oh yeah, I guess Batman Returns. Sometimes it's pretty rough, but it's always worth it for quality content like this. Well, thank you. You made my night twice now. Yeah, driving a truck over open terrain in Death Stranding is a pretty wacky experience. I get it from a gameplay reason why you can't just roll over stuff, but it is infuriating how like every little pebble will cause it to stop dead. Oh, no, you made my night too. You know what? Everybody did. Now I gotta give it up for everyone. Coke Gaming? Probably. Are you out there? I know you're watching Coke Gaming. I know you're watching, and you could make all my dreams come true right now, and yet you choose not to. That's interesting. It's like the beginning of Blade Runner, except it's me and Coke Gaming, and I'm giving Coke Gaming the Voight Kampf test, but it's really just me grilling them about how they won't give me the gaming money I deserve instead of flipping a tortoise. Oh, Fabscient, sorry. The music will go in and out because it ducks when I'm talking. So that's just me talking too much, which I should stop doing. Sorry. I didn't mean to make noise, but I got hit. It's like a really solid opening of a decent anime. It really does sound like that. Minus the lyrics, I guess. Okay. It was a fun fight. Man, that music is great. I thought I was done with that song, but that remix is all right. He thinks you deserve more than 1 billion. How about 69 billion? I'm more of a 69 trillion kind of guy, but I'll take it. I will accept it. I will not treat it as a snub to my ego. So, congratulations on not offending me with your passable offer of 69 million trillion billion dollars. Thank you. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to thank you, actually. Just ignore that I did that, please. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. More enemies! Back meat barbecue. Wait, you got a pupper? Is today pupper day? Aww. You guys are watching together? Aww. Melting my heart right now. Great Dane puppers? Oh my god. I'm so happy for you. Not that you have to. I would never want to try to implore anyone to do something they don't want to do, but could you post some pictures of those cute pups? You don't have to? I'm a pretty strong believer in people keeping their private lives private, so I understand. So if you don't break the crystal, you don't let the other guys out? Is that the idea? Seems like it. Oh! AoE's pop. Oh, I guess maybe it's timed. I don't know, this is so exciting. It's actually been a long time since I've been caught up to the main story that I can actually play through patches when they come out. Ooh, I like that staff. Is he a sultry turtle? Excuse me. The merciless matriarch. Oh yeah, she's about to squirt eggs everywhere. Or maybe she already did. And yes, those are titties. Says someone in my party. Or the tank, actually. Well, this stream has everything. Solid jazz tunes and big ol' anime titties. Cast. Shit. Oh, I didn't get hit. So that's, you know, that's something. There's splooshy events now, yeah. What are you... Oh, do I have to, like, hit the guys with water? No? That doesn't do shit. Alright. Fuck! What did he get hit with? Holy crap. They attack in order? Shit. Oh, there's... Okay, there's one that's not. Okay. Oh, there's a pupper! Crap. Come on, I gotta open the tweet, okay. Do you have to stand on the grates? I don't understand. Ah! His hands. What? Wait. What? I didn't understand. It looked like the whole arena was coded. Maybe it was at the other end? Okay, good. That is an excellent pup. Thank you for posting it. Hold on. Crap, I gotta find Shadow again. Oh, there we go. I don't get the grates. Like, what does that matter? I'll have to ask about it. Sounds like people in this have played it already. New gear. Water needs a place to drain. If you don't step on them, ads will pop up. Oh, okay. Stand on the ones with water, the hands kill the ones that spawn next to them. What did the hands kill? The ads that spawn? Oh, okay. So you can just ignore the ads in that room, basically? Crystals. Big old crystal room. Means a mob is gonna come out, so we stand on it, it won't spawn. I still don't quite get how to dodge all those hands. But I'm guessing it must have been at the other side of the arena. This time we gotta stand on the grates where there are no hands. Yeah. Gotta save my pride here. Why do I keep doing that? Enough. I did it again. Oh, my stupid sausage fingers are back. Oh. Hold on, I'll do you one better while we're waiting. Here's your sweet pup. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Aw, doesn't scale the picture, lame. Good pup. Epic gamer pup. Hell yeah. Smooth jazz pup. zoom out on keyboard. Sorry, I hit buttons pretty intensely when I'm trying to hard game. Hopefully if it's legitimately distracting, I actually could look into changing the switches on it, but... I've been using this keyboard for a very long time. Yeah, Robert, my character's name is it's a real trash fire, and I love it. Why do I send a pic of my pup? However you want, Michael Fett. Yeah, Tripper, that's what I've heard from a lot of people, is that they actually like the clickety-clack. That it is sort of gamer ASMR kind of thing. Okay, I see this pattern now. It's something that I'm willing to take a look at if it is genuinely too distracting, or if it makes the audio duck too much, is probably the thing that I would not want. So what the fuck? There's one there. There's one there. There are hands over the entire arena. Oh, they don't cross the entire way. Oh. God damn it. Alright. Okay, that makes much more sense. Not yet. Murdering things. Yeah.
So it was like originally translated in Italian to mean trust from the word credence. But the act of credenza came about in about, I think it was like the 15th century. It was when they would place the food on a table and the person would have to eat it to see if it was poisoned, giving it to like the more important people. So that is the origins of the word credenza. So I'm reading well, I shouldn't say reading. I read, because I have time in the car. So the Royal Art of Poison. Dinner's here.
I just beat up an old lady turtle.
Good. Congratulations.
He's got thoughts. Pregnant old lady turtle, yes. Pregnant with thousands of little turtles.
Oh, I was like, you killed a pregnant lady?
Turtle. She was evil. And her children would have done bad things. That's what the game said. Yes! Before you finish, yes. Yeah, guys, I'll be stopping the stream soon here. Ooh, I got a lally ho. And a commendation. I'll probably finish going through the story quest stuff.
This structure must have served an important function. And here are yet more crystals.
When does Sephiroth show up?
I too
they had Sephiroth, I think.
The Benthos seem to employ them in their
different.
spellcasting.
In such vessels did the ancients preserve concepts. ideal forms to be drawn upon in the act.
Oh, you tweeted a dog pic? Okay, hold on. There's great abundance resided here. Creditor Destroyer's conclusions facility of great significance. Hold on, let me see this dog. There's a dog. Hold on. There's a pup. So cute. Good. Thank you. What's that face? What's up? Oh, you're trying one of the other waters?
It says, peel off protective seal. Push to infuse fresh vitamins. Shake to initiate the health benefits, and I'm currently in transform into wellness.
Is it kicking in?
Fucking 4-step process. I'm feeling it. Going into a healthier universe.
I'll catch up to you. There's more deep lore. Oh, psychotic snake. Sorry. Thank you for the resub. I missed that. Who are these nerds? They are the, like, stored... They're like visualizations of history. This is the ancient race that is now extinct, or mostly extinct. And they are sort of like the magical shadows of them, the like after echo kind of thing. So you're seeing them basically talk about being aware of the destruction of their reality and not being able to stop it. They died because their entire race became cucks. Yeah, that kind of became true. They got cucked by magic. Actually, wait, no, they got cucked by their own created god. Which, if there's nothing more Final Fantasy than that. They created a god to keep God in control.
First summoned
and then the god that they invented, they lost control of.
To imply as much, yes. I cannot.
The actual events there are a little bit fuzzy. I don't think they've really delved into that, but yeah. Yeah.
For certainty, Emet-Selch never uttered the name, speak though he did, of the schism which Zodiark's advent wrought upon mankind. Some were of the viewpoint that his power must needs be restrained. And to that end, they call forth she who would serve as his shackles.
There was a god, and there was like, wait a minute, there's a god though. Shouldn't we have like...
No, that it was this Venar to whom they looked for leadership.
Oh, okay. Venar was a common antagonist in Final Fantasy XII? Really?
In all likelihood,
that.
served as their headquarters. The presence of such intimate records
references, I guess.
I would hear what else they have to tell us. All of it. Did anyone see the source of the image?
Just beating the shit out of that turtle, I guess. Let's go find another one.
The device there? Then let us see what other secrets...
Oh, Titans versus gods? Yeah, actually. Except all that... Well, no, never mind. That is actually a pretty common theme in this game. No. Zodiark was just an optional Esper, and La Brea was mentioned in 12? Really? I remember Zodiark a little bit, now that you mention it. I didn't do a lot of endgame stuff in 12. I had a full-time job at that point, and it just wasn't happening. That took me a long time to finish 12. It was hard to buy into the story of that. It was really thick and political and subdued. Super well written though, man. Like your Ovaltine. Oh. Somebody sacrificed themselves to give birth to this weird god thing? Titan, basically? Yeah, the lore is that they invented a magical god being that had the power to divide. Like, that's basically how they said it. So, when the protector god they invented to keep the real god in check went berserk and they fought, for reasons unexplained, the god with the power of separation or division, when it went buck wild, shattered reality. And that's why there are multiple different realities that you now are having to worry about. So it's actually pretty cool that they were able to link it back to like the world myth of this game and the lore. And it's interesting because that's like the ancient plot that you're even still figuring out in beats like that.
Forgive me, but...
And then there's still a modern plot.
strongly imply that Elidibus sacrificed himself to become Zodiac's heart.
So sometimes it can be a little whiplashy the way it clicks from deep lore to like modern political conflicts. But ain't that the way? That's Final Fantasy, baby. That's also how they get so much plot in this game, because there are tons of constantly progressing, interweaving storylines. Yeah, Non. It's a good emote. Tap that noggin, my dude. Batteries are dead. So 14 is a sort of multiverse that connects every Final Fantasy? No. The various shards within 14 are themselves just only in 14. So it does have a kind of I mean, maybe? I guess now that I'm thinking about all the crossover events they have, that is some kind of explanation that through this multi-dimensional shit, various things will fall through. But that's not necessarily how they talk about it inside the game. Yeah, it's mostly just for the references. I mean, there's always a plot reason that the reference happens, but the reference or the plot reason is not, hey, this came from Final Fantasy 7 or 8. It's, hey, there's this new enemy, and it's called this, and we gotta go fight it. And it just so happens to look like and have the same name as another thing. Hello, Rednall. Welcome to the stream. However, I am a little sorry to say that I'm about to close it down. Because I gotta go eat dinner. It's like 15 Noctis coming to 14. Was Noctis actually in 14? I know his hair, like I have his hair, but... Oh boy, I get to look at stuff again. What are you? A little orb with eyes. It's cute. It's a cat. Also cute. A little Ishtola. That's cute. A lot of cute things happening here. Okay. Ooh! Tiny rat! Not very tiny. It's more like an anteater. He went on a date with him and took his clothes and car. Oh my gosh. How do I not remember that? Yeah, I guess that was straight up Noctis. So I guess there are varied... Sometimes they justify it, sometimes they don't. I don't know. It's best to not worry about it too much. There's not a whole lot of, like, intentional consistency with that, I think. Yeah, I'm just glad to have good music. Which is mostly what I... Oh! There's the Palico. Monster Hunter! Anyway. Okay. Time to go eat. Thank you guys for watching. It was a really fun day, just in general. Had some good Tetris matches. I feel like I'm slowly getting better at that game. Still no wins, but I'll get there. And a lot of cool content in 14. I'm actually excited to play the rest of the story, so... thanks for watching. Catch you guys tomorrow. Podcast tomorrow, a little later than usual. But, be back at it with video games. Probably Witcher 3. Get back on that. Have a good night, everybody.